Senate Committee on Housing, Lands, Housing and Urban Development of the Senate, former Governor of Sokoto State. His Excellency Chief Olusegun Aremu Okikiola Matthew Obasanjo, GCFR, along with his vice,
and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. We'd like to thank Ibrahim Motola, former Minister of Energy and Malawi, for delivering the opening prayers. Please be seated. Thank you very much.
The comments and to Eugenia, please kindly allow me to ask everyone standing to please move to the sides. We have a place that is reserved for all aides. We've commenced this event and we are live on 3 distinct national television stations. We are live.
I was doing my NYSC. Baba Atiku was an aspirant, and in 2018 we contested primaries together. In 2023 we contested again, I as a vice president elsewhere, when his vice president had left him. And for God's sake, in 2027 again. There is need for a new generation of Nigerian leaders, and they do exist. Like I said, a whole new generation are waiting for a new leader to lead them to a new party. There are good Nigerians. There are people capable of solving Nigerian problems. But they are discouraged by the expensive, difficult, treacherous system full of godfathers and bad promises to make. But there are good Nigerians who are looking for that leader to lead them to fix Nigeria's problems.
Right.
Thank you.
He promised us insecurity, and indeed, he brought insecurity.
Hello. In an appearance on Channels TV on Friday, January the 9th, 2026, Datti Baba-Ahmed, the former vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, dismissed reports suggesting that he recently declared his intention to contest the presidency. He said that his comment at a press conference held at the headquarters of the Labour Party in Abuja was misinterpreted. Now, Datti Ahmed did not close the door to running for president, but stated that it would depend on INEC, the political party, and other factors. Baba-Ahmed, who was Peter Obi's running mate in the 2023 election, at a press conference dismissed the rival African Democratic Congress, ADC, as a coalition of disgruntled politicians, saying he remains unconvinced by its political direction. That statement lands amid a rapidly shifting opposition landscape. On the final day of 2025, Peter Obi officially exited the Labour Party and joined the ADC, a party widely seen as being dominated by loyalists of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Last week, Atiku made his own intentions clear. He will run for president on the ADC platform. And in his words, no one will be stepping down for anyone. So where does this leave Peter Obi? And what does the ADC's internal power struggle mean for 2027? Today on 90 Minutes Africa, we open the new season with a real insider conversation. Joining us is Dr. Moses Paul, popularly known as Dr. Mo, a man who knows both camps intimately. Dr. Mo was a close aide to Peter Obi before and after the 2023 election. Shortly after the ADC was formed, he made the leap into the new political party himself. Now, he's no longer just a strategist. Now, on February 21st, 2026, Dr. Mo will be the ADC's candidate in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. He'll be running for chairmanship. In this conversation, Dr. Mo speaks to us candidly about issues in the news, his transition from Peter Obi's inner circle to becoming a political candidate in his own right. He will also talk about the internal challenges facing the ADC ahead of crucial elections coming up next year, and the real chances of Peter Obi securing the ADC presidential ticket in an open primary that will include Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amaechi, and others. Please join us as we welcome to the show Dr. Mo. Dr. Mo, welcome. All right. This is another Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are waiting for Dr. Mo to join us. He's making his way to the studio. You know, politicians in Nigeria, they are in meetings, and he just left a meeting. He's going to where he will join us. So as soon as he gets in, we will bring him and have the conversation that we promised to have with him. So stay with us. In the meantime, we have some of our regular guys who are here. We're going to bring them in to begin the conversation, start talking until Dr. Mo joins us. Let me bring in Ovie, Project 2027-28. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you, Mr. James. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much for being here. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This is nice news.
Ovie, at the beginning of the show, I played this video of something that happened to your candidates in your state. Let's see.
He promised us insecurity, and indeed, he brought insecurity.
All right, so Ovie, let's start from there. What is going on in your state?
Well, what is going on is very unfortunate. I mean, the people at Ekpoma are actually they are not having it easy in terms of insecurity. I mean, it's just unfortunate that the authorities are not being able to, meet the expectation of the citizen of Ekpoma at this point with what they are going through. But I think they're on it. They can do better. I'm not going to, pat the governor on the back, knowing that it can do better. So much can be done, much is expected. So I understand the anger of the people is expected, and they should keep the momentum on. I think that's the only way. That's the only way the government can, go above and beyond, because that's what it's going to take. He has to rise above the occasion at this point. He has a direct access to the center. So this is his time for him to, show us that link that he has at the center of power. Because at this point, maybe that is going to be required on ground to actually keep peace in Ekpoma.
All right, thank you. Mr. James, have you been following what's happening there? I know you're from that state too. I don't know, but you have history with Edo State.
Yeah, you see, the issue is that the governor cannot do anything about it, and I will be surprised. It will be alarming if he's able to solve the problem of insecurity in the state, because it's a national problem. It's not like the Lawrence Anini case of those days, or the Ishola Oyenusi of Lagos of those days. This is cutting across the entire country. The Nigerian government is unwilling to solve the insecurity problem in the country because the sponsors of terrorism, the brains behind it, those who are financing it, and those who are collecting the ransom are the people the government should go after. They are not based in Edo State, to the best of my knowledge. So that is how to fight it. Because if you look at the Lawrence Anini case that happened in Benin City, Edo State, they went after their sponsor. And their linchpin was George Iyamu, DSP George Iyamu. When the man was executed along with them, that gang fizzled out completely. A situation whereby innocent terrorists, let me call them innocent terrorists in quotes, innocent terrorists are being bombarded all over the country and their sponsors are living in absolute luxury. How do you expect the problem to be solved? The people terrorizing Edo State are not indigenes of Edo State. They are from other states. So this is a federal matter. If you were to be in the United States, to the best of my knowledge, it's a federal crime. Not, like New York State Police. The police in in Edo State need to collaborate with the federal government. As long as the police force is a federal force, not a state force, Okpebolo cannot do anything. Although he's not my man, I'm not defending him, but let's call a spade a spade. Let's give the devil his due. It's beyond what he can handle. When Anini, which was even a state problem, was terrorizing the state in those days, it was the federal government who stepped in. Well, I think the commissioner for federal, what's it called, the Inspector General of Police, there was Etim Iyan, Babangida and others. They work out the modalities at federal level and they brought it down to the state. So the kind of government we are running is a government that is controlled rigidly by the federal government. Should Okpebolo take it upon himself to address the problem of insecurity, you find him stepping on very, very sensitive toes at the federal level. And this will cost him a lot. So we should not blame him. Please take note, it's not my style, but I want to give the devil his due.
All right, thank you, Mr. James. Ovie, there were videos out there of Ekpoma youths attacking Fulani settlements. And a lot of people are concerned about what that means, especially at this time in Nigeria, where there's been history of that. So remember when there were Fulani, I think, Northerners, I don't know if they were Fulanis, that were stopped in a car, and I think they happened in Ekpoma too. So now their settlements are being attacked by youths in Ekpoma. What do you make of that? Because this is a new level of.
Yeah, I think that is where I will link it to the political side of it. There's a political connotation to that because it's a general at this point sentiment that for the fact that the headers are carrying guns and all that. Not just they are carrying guns, they are up against their survival. Speaking from their own perspective, while those who are the receiving end to also deceiving themselves. I think that rhetoric has gone national. So anything that has to do with insecurity, especially when the people who are carrying out the crime are coming out from the forest, automatically the people will not will link them to the Fulani Emswen. And again, just this story that because of the bombardment of the ice swap, right? The terrorists that were attacked in Sokoto by Donald Trump, migration. So that could also be responsible for what is also contribute to how people are actually responding to coming towards the Fulani, because that is the story that the Fulanis are migrating. I mean the ISIS guys, terrorists are migrating. So for that reason, any Fulani in the bush with guns and so you expected. So it's not a surprising thing that the story is going that route, especially when the governor is still very much hated. When you look at it from that angle. So those who want him out, we actually use that. So we sponsor their own people to go after that. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but I'm not going to rule it out.
Mr. James, are you worried that this might become a bigger issue if some people in Eboma are being targeted, like the Fulani are being targeted? Their settlement is being attacked as a result of insecurity in that region of Edo State?
Yeah, it's as if you are reading my mind. You must be, should I say you're a native doctor, reading what is going on in my mind. You see, we are tired of saying we are tired of the Fulanis in Nigeria. Their population is nothing more than 8 million. For 8 million people to be terrorizing 250 million is an abnormality. The time has come for the other ethnic groups of the country to give the Fulanis a quick notice. Just like in the school, while I was in the body house, the students who were generating problems in the body house, if the principal is tired of them, they give them expulsion notice. If care is not taken, the other ethnic groups will give the Fulanis expulsion notice to leave the country. 8 million people cannot hold a country to ransom, a country of 250 million. We are tired of saying we are tired. No ethnic group in the history of Nigeria has done what these people are doing. So if the people of Ekboma are saying that the Fulani should leave their territory, they just have to leave. Because I cannot go to Igbo land or Yoruba land and start misbehaving and expect them to applaud me. Let's call a spade a spade. What has the Fulanis done? In what way have they contributed to the progress of the country? Technologically, administratively, or otherwise, other than sharing juicy positions. Mr. What's his name? Somebody in the comment section, something here, I can't remember. He's saying that I should not call the terrorists innocent. They are innocent because majority of them are not even educated. They don't even know why they are doing what they are doing. Whenever they collect the ransom, they are not the people sharing the money among themselves. You look at the kind of shoes they wear, the clothes they put on. They are among the most wretched on the surface of the earth. Yet they are collecting billions of naira from every operation. Who are those getting this money? These are the people we should go after. It is in that sense I'm saying that the terrorists are innocent. They don't know what they are doing. This is how I see it. If you are able to get at them the way we got at George Yamu in Bender State, this problem will be over within a very short time. We have a list of terrorists supplied to us by a friendly foreign country. Up to this day, the government has not revealed the identity of those people. Yet you say you are fighting terrorism. In what way are you fighting it? So as far as I'm concerned, the so-called bandits or whatever you call them, they are innocent boys and girls. They don't know what they are doing.
All right. Ovie, our guest is coming in. I just want to finally to tell me, what do you think the impact of this, if this should go out of control? Because the North are looking at this differently from how the people in Edo State may be looking at this.
They look at it differently. That is a cup of tea.
Mr.
I mean, going out of control means splitting to other states, which means, we should also speak to what you are saying. how are they going to react at the other end if they see the way it is being portrayed, if they care? So I think that's not something that would be good, especially at this the climate that we are in today. So because Trump promised that he's going to react again. I think that we don't
have we outsourced our security to Trump?
No, because listening to his interview with the New York Times, he said it that he wished that it's a one-time thing. That means we are not responding to the satisfaction. That is more are coming, and the president has not responded ever since then. So again, those who are looking at it from different angles to take advantage of it, to throw the government out of power, which is not something out of the ordinary. That's the reality of the game.
All right.
Not just at the state level, at the national level. So yes, it can go out of control. And
all right, we'll continue the conversation. Our guest is here. Let's welcome him to the show and have a conversation with him. I will talk to him for a few minutes. After that, I will bring you guys in to have a conversation with him too. Again, thank you so much for joining us and for waiting. Finally, he's here, and we are going. All right, on February 21st, 2026, our guest, Dr. Moore, will be the ADC's candidate in the Abuja Municipal Area Council chairmanship election. Most of you have known him over the years as Peter Obi's aide. Now he's out there running for election on his own right in Abuja. So let's welcome to the show, Dr. Moore. Dr. Moore, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for joining us. I know you are a busy man these days. You're running for office yourself, and welcome.
Thank you. It's quite really busy. I had to excuse myself from the campaign meeting right now to be here because we already scheduled, and apologies at the same time for those who have been waiting, and for yourself.
No problem. We understand. So we deal with politicians. Now you are part of them. We deal with politicians, and we expect these things to happen. so no problem. Now let's start with serious issues going on in the country. Before you came on, I played several videos. One of them was this video of what is happening in Eboma. Which I don't know if you had a chance to see it. It's a brief video. Let me play it for you.
He promised us insecurity, and indeed he brought insecurity.
There's tension in the country more than any other time. You're not a politician. When you see things like this, few months before a major election, what does that say to you?
We have become what we have been becoming, and we will become what we will become. Whatever action you see today, whatever reaction, whatever responses you're seeing today, is a report card of what is a result. It's a report card. It's speaking of the things that we are becoming. The hunger, the deprivation, the poverty, the insecurity, the pain, the angst that you're seeing did not happen overnight. It is something that has been ongoing. And so it's a report card. of where we're coming from. You know, so it's speaking to us, it's telling us something about what our society has been, the evolution, you know, of the characterization of our leadership, of the followership, of the missing links, of the gaps, of what we should, our responsibilities. This is the result of what you're saying. This is a report card of what you're saying. And like they say, everything rises and falls on leadership. This is telling, you know, of the kind of leadership that we have. You know, when you see insecurity in a land, when you see a place where 200 people are killed and nobody's arrested, nobody's in jail, nobody's held responsible, when young people, graduates, cannot find jobs and are wallowing right in the shadow of power, when you have women who cannot feed their families, when you have fathers who have no jobs, when you have people who have no social security, no livelihood, and nobody is responsible, nobody is held accountable, it speaks of the nature of the characterization of the kind of leadership we have. And something you said that I'd like to clarify. For those who are listening and for all of us Nigerians, today people look at me and say, you're a politician. Guess what? Nation building, leadership, governance, accountability, all of these rhetorics that I'm vomiting are nothing if we don't go through politics. People of value, people of character, people of moral conscience must come into politics because it is the road to everything that we desire as a nation. What you're seeing, I mean, you know, like I know, we have governors in Nigeria who are not even worthy of being security men. And when I say that, it's not to, I'm not downplaying I'm talking about like who are not even worth being drivers. You know, the job of a driver is a noble job. But when you are a driver of a vehicle, I mean, literally, you know, you cannot be taking decisions for a state or for a nation or for a local council. There's going to be a serious problem when people who are not supposed to be in the position of leadership are in leadership. This is what you're going to be seeing. And this is what, you know, for me, this is why I'm running, because the local governance, states, National Assembly, senators, these are the people who are in touch with the grassroots. And for all the things that we're asking for, it is leadership at that level, you know, that are responsible for that. And so when we see a breakdown of law and order, when we see brigandage, when people cry and there's nobody to even put a human face to it, they speak volume of leadership. This is what we have. It's a report card of our evolution as a people.
We'll get to why you're running and what you're running for and how people can help you. But let's get your view on key issues in the country today. A lot of people are saying, where is the president? Do you know where the president is or has been in the last few days?
Right now, I'll be more concerned that in the local council where I'm running election, children would have been out of school. I went to a place in Kapua in Lugbe, which is within the Municipal Area Council. Rudolph, you'll be shocked that I went to primary school here. Children are sitting on the floor. And the question is, where is the chairman? Who is the chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council? Who is the chairman of where the president lives? Who is the chairman of where all the ministers are? Who is the chairman of where all the diasporan embassies are? This is even more important than looking for where the president is. Where is the chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council? Where is the leadership at the grassroots level?
Now, the minister in charge of Abuja has been in Rivers State in the last few days. He's been turning the state upside down. What do you make of that? Is he going to be your boss when you win, if you win? what will be the relationship between you and Wike?
I think Wike is going to like me. I think he would love me because he is Christian with the Minister of Projects. I am a chairman of projects. Even though I haven't ascended into that position, I'm fixing primary schools. I'm attending to primary healthcare centers. I'm giving the young people direction, you know, already here at the center. And if he's a person of, if he's who he is, he's going to love me and he's going to like me. And I say that, but with a caveat. The chairmanship position is and many people confuse this. It is an executive position. Yes, the minister has some overview in some certain areas, particularly where policies are concerned. For example, the primary schools are within the purview of the chairman, but the policies that are made are within the federal level. That goes for primary healthcare center and several big roles that the minister would play, or the federal rather, in terms of policy making. But the implementation of how we drink water in the municipality, clean water, the waste management, how children go to school, the revamping of primary school, which is the foundation of education, the primary human capital development. Same thing with the primary care center. All of these are within the constitutionality of the chairman. So it's not like somebody is holding a whip over me where those things are concerned. And so while I respect the place of the federal, I am going to be my own boss in that regard, in terms of the primary constitutionality of the chairman of the local council.
Okay, since I think you want to talk about this more than any other thing, let's go into that. Most people don't know about, you just said, who is the chairman? Where is the chairman? Is there a current chairman? Or you are the first, this is the first election?
Yes.
There is?
Oh no, there has been election in the, no, the Abuja Municipal Council has been existing. There has been 6 or 7 chairmen. I mean, right from a lot of people.
Why is it that we don't,
and co and the
why is it that we don't know about it?
Very important question. Very important question. And this is because you see, people concentrate on general elections where the presidency, the governorship, the House of Reps members and senators are concerned. They don't know about these because it's often left for the locals. It's often left for people who are not educated. It's often left for people who do not matter much in the society. All the big guys, the politicians, the big business people, you know, the people that really own. But because I'll tell you, the president lives in Amak, the ministers live in Amak, all the diasporan embassies and the ambassadors, Amak has over close to 100 embassies. You know, the big business people, if they don't come out to vote and participate in local elections, this is why today there is you can't do business in Amak. There are multiple taxations. The business people are crying. Amak is very dirty. The #1 local council in the country, the waste management, institution is completely broken down. All the markets in Amak are entrapped, with litigations. Amak is not safe. If your car should break down in city center, you're going to be in trouble. City center, exactly where the president lives. This is a danger of not attending to local council elections. And because people focus more on the presidential election, forgetting and leaving out the most important, the local council elections are more important than the presidential election, because education is local, health is local, security is local, the livelihood and empowerment and clean water, and all of these are within the local constitutionality of the local government chairman. But guess what? People focus on the presidency, leaving what affects them the most. This is why we do not know. And because we do not know, billions disappear without anybody accounting for it, because we are focusing on the federal, leaving the most important that affects our livelihood directly.
How many people are running for that position, chairmanship?
I know that the ruling party is running. the ADC is running. There are about 6 different parties that are running for this election as we speak.
Has there been any debate?
There was a link that I saw. I saw a debate link for the 15th of February by Nigerian Youth Decides, and I was quite happy about it. But apart from that, for me, I would encourage us to have a lot of debates, even though I know that the ruling party will not participate in debates. So, which is the reason why you can see that there hasn't been a call for debate. But this is where the civil society and other people, the media, should impress and call for a debate, because this is the most important. As long as I'm concerned, there should be a debate.
Okay, so obviously, Wike has a candidate. Are you the candidate of Wike or no?
I should be the candidate of Wike. If he's Mr. Project, I'm Mr. Project. I mean, I saw him twice on live television rebuking the current chairman over the fact that he could not even provide vehicle for the security people. And he made reference to over 10 years ago while he was chairman of, is it Obiako or somewhere in River State, you know, if I'm not mistaken. And he spoke about the things he was able to do. And for me, that was impressive from Minister Wike. And at another point, he was very angry that the chairman is just following him everywhere and renaming roads that he built, that the chairman should go and build it. And this is not from me. This is on, you can Google this and find it. So for me, who is not in the seat, and I'm fixing primary schools and primary healthcare centers and giving children livelihood, I think naturally I should be Mr. Wike's candidate. Or do you think any other person should be?
Have you met him before, Wike?
I haven't met him physically. I've come close to him in River State one time while he was going around and supervising road construction. And yeah, that's the closest I've gotten to him. Yes, I haven't met him. Except if you book an appointment for me and him, maybe
I can hook you up with.
You know, you are my guy. You have to do something though.
I can hook you up. Don't worry about it. No?
Because he's the minister, and it's important for me to see my minister. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, this is very. So this position is like the chairman of a local government in other places in the country, is it? Or is it different?
Yeah, it's comparable to like the mayor of London, New York. Yeah, we call it chairman here, but that's the portfolio. It's big. It's not something small.
Okay, so how is the campaign going?
It's been very, very, very hectic for me. I've just finished the 6th meeting today. Amak has 12 wards, and Amak is very big. You know, from the airport where it's called the Gui ward to Kabusa, to if you know Nigeria, the entire Gwarimpa, the entire Wuse, the entire city center, the entire Nyanya, which has a volume of, you know, the highest concentration of young people I heard in the country. You have Karo, you have Orozo, you have Karshi, and all of these places I'm naming, I've been through them. I go through them almost every day. So it's a very hectic, because you have to meet with the women group, you have to meet with the youth groups, you have to meet with, you know, interface with different stakeholders, and you know, you keep going round and round and talking to them, because again, many do not understand that what they're crying, you know, that the pain and the hunger, it is because they do not have the leadership that has a vision to be able to include them in the policies and programs that will allow them to be elevated out of the doldrum and the poverty and the lack of security and the jobs and the lack of education and healthcare that they're going through. So it's a very serious one, because it's at the grassroots level, even though from time to time I get on national TV, because again, Amak is not just village. Actually, Amak, 60% of Amak is urban area and wealth-built area, you know, with all kinds of people, the diaspora and wealthy people. So I won't even classify in that context. I won't say Amak is not a local council in the context of locality, if you get what I mean, you know. So it's vast, I give you a simple calculation. Amak is about half of the entire FCT in terms of political strength, because Gwarimpa alone has about 200 polling units, 199, which is equivalent to one of the other five local councils. You know, there are 6 local councils in the FCT. Amak has 1,000 out of the 2,850 plus polling units. Amak alone has 1,401. That's more than half of the other 5 put together. So that's how big Amak is. There are at least about 1.7 plus million people living in Amak. You know, so Amak is quite big, you know, as a council. The president and every other important person in the country. It is a symbol of Nigeria, actually. It is the most important geographical space, like I say, in Africa, because this is where all the decisions are made. So Amak is big.
Well, what is your message to voters when you go out there to talk to them? How do you differentiate yourself from other candidates?
I tell them about primary schools that I'm fixing right here in Amak. I tell them about primary healthcare centers, how I put, you know, and for me, I communicate to them. I let them know. I tell them to check my track record in the last 20 years. I talk to them about the children I have in school and people I'm helping. I show them about how I've always been fighting in the civil society space, you know, for children being out of school, how I'm fighting for salaries not being paid. I tell them that I have a PhD, you know, in environmental resource planning. I tell them that I understand waste management. I show them that I can help them get clean water to drink. I tell them how their children will go to school, regardless of class, whether you're poor, whether you're rich, regardless of where you come from. I tell them that your children will have livelihood. I show them that we can security. I show them my program. I tell them how I'm going to remove all these energies, because energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be converted from one form to another. All these young people wallowing without vision, without jobs, without, you know, livelihood. I tell them and I show them how I'm going to remove these energies and put them, you know, into agriculture, into tourism, into ICT, how I can show them what and where and what they will be doing. I tell them how I can empower, you know, their women, the mothers that are here with different initiatives that I'm going to create. I tell them what I'll do. I'm going to revamp the primary healthcare centers, of how I'm already bringing in equipment of health. I tell them, I don't give them promissory note. I show them what I'm already doing and how I'm the best man for the job, you know, and how I'm interfacing with the EU, with the British, you know, with the international community, and how I'm getting grants and helping their people, and what I can do as chairman of AMAC if I'm given the opportunity. This is how I connect with them. So you find people crying. You find people, I raise the consciousness of the people at the grassroots level, and I challenge the elites. I tell them that if you don't come out and participate, you won't have security. If you don't participate and help to have a vision for AMAC, to position AMAC as the most important frontier, a modern city, you know, an African modern city, you know, where we can have a cultural heritage that understands the identity of the indigents and protect, you know, those who are residents, the responsibility of every resident here. I connect with them. This is why I haven't been able to rest. My phone is ringing even right now. People are calling me because they've never seen this before. Some have told me we've never heard this before. You have brought out AMAC in a way that we've never seen. And I believe that for the first time, indigents versus non-indigents and residents, people of different tribes, of religions, and they're going to rise up and vote, because for the first time, maybe we're going to have somebody who understands AMAC in a way that people don't, and a unified, you know, entity in the country. Because I can tell you, Rudolph, whatever happens in AMAC happens in the entire Nigeria, because what people see about the image of Nigeria is what AMAC reflects. So this is a very important election. It's the most important election, far more important than the presidential election. I say that again and again because of the relevance of education, of health, of security, of our livelihood. If the chairman does not understand the narrative of our conversation, how can you chair the most important local council in the country, where the president lives, where the international communities And you do not understand the narrative of this simple conversation me and you are having. Somebody who hasn't gone to school, who doesn't even understand policy, but you want to lead this important council. This is how I communicate with the people. I speak in Pidgin English. I speak in Hausa. I speak in the language they understand when I go to the villages, to places where there's no light, no road. Many of my cars have been damaged because of the places I go to here. Sometimes we are caught in between, but guess what? The local people love us. So I think a little of my profile is rising because, again, they know that I'm a street boy. So I'm their guy. So they will not harm me and they will not touch me. So this is how I connect with my people.
Do you have anywhere, websites where people can read up on your manifesto and things you plan to do and how you plan to do them?
Oh, yes. I have a website, drmo.ng. You can go there, all the profiles, and my manifesto is there. And I'm making, even after this interview, I'm going to snap your picture and all of that and put it there. If you go to Moses Paul on Facebook, you'll find this interview, you'll find what we are discussing. If you go to Dr. Mo Paul on Twitter, you'll find the things we're talking about. If you go to Instagram, Dr. Mo Paul, every week, I am putting everything. I'm going to report them to you because with me, it is transparent governance. It is accountability. It is a community-led governance that I'm going to drive. Yes, it's open system governance. I'm not going there to go and steal. I'm going there to go and serve. I'll probably be poorer when I get there because I really, truly want to serve the people. I want to show Nigerians that transparency, open governance system is possible. It is not rhetoric and it is not something that one winch will carry somewhere. It is possible to have a leader that truly wants to serve the people.
What is the budget of the territory, the council? Do you know? Yearly budget.
About 25 billion thereabouts. Again, there are no. I don't, because sometimes I try to find out. A lot of things are buried in secret. You don't know what our mark is making. You don't know how many. Where you're going to find out, because Rudolph, how do you run the number one? We don't even have a portal of payment system where business people can pay. Touts are the ones. Touts.
Dr. Mo, you are freezing.
There are over, if I'm not mistaken, there are close to 20 different departments who harass people. If you are doing business in Amak, they come, they ask you for you are paying for toilets, you are paying for kitchen, you are paying for radio, you are paying for all kinds of things that you don't understand. And different people are coming to collect money. So part of what I'm going to do is to have a unified payment system. How can you live in London? You see, this is where the waste is. There's no accountability, for what comes in and what goes out. All
right. We're having a little bit of technical problems with our guest, Dr. Mo.
My government is going to be like glass. You are going to be able to see through it.
All right, Dr. Mo, thank you so much. Let me ask you if you can still hear me, or maybe we can take a break. I wanted to know your political party. How are they supporting you? How are people supporting you? And are there ways for people who may want to support your election, your campaign, can support?
Yeah, I mean, we just set up our campaign council. I have an online payment, which especially for the diasporas, which I publish. You can go to the link and you'll be able to support. And for those who want to support directly, I mean, Rudolph, you're my guy. You have my phone number. I can put out my campain account, to you after this. You can share it. Yeah. We need all the support. Yeah. So I will send it to you. People can make payment into that, and you can be sure whatever payments you put there, You're going to have the accountability begins from here. You see what your money is being used for, all the things that we're going to do. And we're very where that is concerned, because I want people to support me so that people can hold me accountable. I'm not looking for one godfather who will pay off. I want to be a people's person. So yes, I'm begging people, I'm begging you to send me your kobo, and I will account for it, so that when I get there, I will not say it is one millionaire here or one godfather there, and this is the advantage of the ADC and my candidature. I am responsible to the people. I'm not responsible to any godfather. I know that even this one that I'm saying can put me in trouble now, because the godfathers that want to support me, because just support me. I just want to serve the people. Because you people don't be angry with me. Because
that's a good one. All right, so let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will talk more on the campaign and what's going on and how people can help you. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We are talking to Dr. Moore, who is our guest today. Thank you. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. We are talking to Dr. Moore, Moses Paul, who is running for the chairmanship of AMAC, Abuja Municipal Council. Where is he? Okay, is he still with us? I'm looking for him. Okay, he's disconnected. He will join us in a moment, I believe. So we're talking about what it means. You know, most people are not aware that there is a position like that and who has held that position. But obviously, if you've been to Abuja, you know that it's a city that needs a lot of direct government governance and close to the people, not the people at the top who make noise sometimes, like the ministers in charge of Abuja. But go to streets, especially outside the major areas that you know about, you find out that you'll be surprised that you are in Abuja. Once he joins us again, we will continue the conversation. I will let you guys join. I can actually bring you up as we speak, those who are already in the studio. I just exchanged messages with him, and I'm sure he's trying to rejoin us. We'll continue that conversation. Let me welcome CM. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Rudolph. Good afternoon from here, or good evening. Yes, good evening from here.
Yeah. And Jagun, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for bringing me up.
Okay. So while we wait for Dr. Mo to rejoin us, he's been talking about what his responsibility will be should he win the election and be the next chairman of the council. And you know, I'm surprised that in this day and age, this important position, most people in the country are not aware of the people that have held that position. But let me hear your view. Let me start with you, Ovie. Ovie, change it.
Yeah, you know, there's a way they put our money where our mouth is. But fortunately for me, I don't put my money for Igbo because my mouth is always there. But what I can promise here is that first I will say that have the bragging rights of being the only one who has contributed 1 million votes to his presidential candidate in 2023 on this platform, and everybody will react. If you claim that you give your candidate, but how many you give them? Only you won't claim 6 million. Dr. Damage Zeb will claim, Jago Zeb will claim, because all of now be there. Now let me be go say yeah, and I give my candidate 1 million votes on this platform. You won't argue him. So what am I trying to say? I don't have money to give Dr. Mo for his campaign. I'm not on grant to go knock Dr. door, but I will use my platform because of my past results, and I will campaign for Dr. Mo every day. At least I promise you 1,000 votes.
All right. Thank you, Ovie. Mr. James, anything so far that you've had?
Yes, I'm not a voter because I have no voter's card. So I cannot promise him any vote because I don't live there. Okay, so he has spoken well. We are used to this kind of grammar since the First Republic. There's something lacking in what he has said, and that is data. If you are talking about waste management in Abuja City, can he tell us the volume of solid waste that is generated in a day? How will they process it? Is it going to build a simulator? How much will it cost? The children in primary schools, how many of them are in school and how many are out of school? If you build classrooms for all of them, what is the total cost of solving this problem? The teachers, the erasers, if you want to do free education, the textbooks, the erasers, the pencils, and what have you. The teacher, how many teachers? You see, it should quantify all the things he's saying, not just telling us grammar. We've heard this grammar so many times, and we are tired of saying we are tired of these things. They should quantify these things. At the end of the day, we'll be able to assess it properly. I remember when the Unity Party of Nigeria was in Benue State. They quantified everything down to the pencils, the erasers, the sharpeners, and everything we used in schools. So at the end of the administration, we were able to say, in the area of free education, Awolowo did well. In the area of free health, he did well. But in the area of integrated rural development, we could not assess him. In the area of full and gainful employment, we could not assess him either. So he scored 50%, because he got 2/4. But however, the two areas he did well, he did it satisfactorily. So we assume that we can write off the remaining 50%. That is how you want the people's heart. It should be very, very specific. Tell us precisely what you want to do. Are you building incinerators? Yes. How much will it cost? The volume of solid waste. These are things, nitty-gritties you should go into, because you don't just wake up overnight and say, I want to become a mayor of a city. You must have been doing your own work over the years. We want to see the outcome. If the outcome is satisfactory, then you are likely to be a good candidate. This is how I see it.
All right, thank you, Mr. James. He's joining us again in 3 minutes, so he's trying to take care of a few things, technological things, so he will join us. Let me come to you, CM. CM, how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Hey, I wish you the same, Rudolph. Good evening to everybody. Mr. James, nice seeing you again. Yeah, Ucha, Jago, and Ovie. Actually, Abuja to me conjures the image of a city of corruption. And I feel that the chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, must do everything humanly possible, because it's like he will be the chairman like no other. Being the federal capital, I understand that is where his area is where you have the diplomatic missions and everything. So it's like a mini president in a federal city. So I would like him to explain to us, because I have seen Peter Obi introduce him, what he had in stock, and will he be in a position to say go and verify after he must have been in office? Because that is what, if he can answer that question, boldly say go and verify whatever he says, go and verify. That is what I would like him to emphasize on, what he will like, what he will do. There's no need for politics. If it's only 2 items on his manifesto, let us know it's 2. If it's only electricity, he will make sure it's there, or pipe-borne water within his area council. That's what we want to hear. We don't. Then schools, if the one he could do, this is no longer the era of you have so many things in your shopping bag just for the sake, so that when your opponent are really not 17, you are really not 38. It's no longer there. Tell us if it's 1, 2, 3 key items you want to accomplish, and then you cost it. Give us the timeline, put the timetable. That's what we want to hear. Like Mr. James said, there's no time for grammar. Thank God some of us went to school, so you can't say anything that is over the board for me to hear. So the thing is, I would like it to be more, more specific, having costed, because you don't just go in there to say the budget. What are you going? Tell us the timetable, the cost it, and tell us you are going to do this for 100 pupils in one primary school. It will cost so amount, and you are going to generate it, and this is how. Then go and verify. That's what we want, a result-oriented leadership, and not a typical run-in-the-mill everyday affair of Nigeria. We are used to having a local government chairman. When you go there, you get swallowed into party politics. I one office or the other. What we want is, tell us what you want to do. I don't care whether it's only 2 items on your manifesto, and then accomplish it. That is what I want. Thank you.
All right. I see that he's joining us again. I wanted to tell you, don't leak all the questions you want to ask him so that you don't give me my scope.
No.
He's joining us.
I hope I have a second just to join.
Go ahead, Jagan. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Again, my greetings to all the panelists. Rudolph, this is 2026. We hope for a much stronger year for you in your approach to this media space. We believe it's very important that your platform grows and becomes mainstream in the eyes of our people and further people. I wanted to make a couple of comments. One, I didn't like the way he skipped your question about where is our president. I didn't like that at all. These are the kinds of things that I can't stand. And I don't know the man. I don't dislike or like him. But I'm going to be treating him in a way such as it's men to men. This is not playtime. This is 2026. If he feels that the Nigerian polity and the Nigerian masses, as we are just going to take more rubbish from politicians who have been doing rubbish for the past 60 years, he's got another thing coming. If he feels that it's easy just to come into a position in a country like Nigeria, that is a potent country, it has potential and potency. And if he feels that he's going to run a country in any position he's in a whimper, he's got another thing coming. Because you see, people, younger people, and people who aren't doing the same political, politeness as we do sometimes on this platform, as we do as Nigerians. Political politeness for me is a waste of my life. I don't need you to be polite to me. I need you to be truthful, and I need you to be responsible. If you're not doing that, get the hell out, is what I'm saying. So I welcome the conversation with him. I'm here ready. Thank you very much. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, Uche, welcome. Thank you so much, Jagan. Uche, welcome. Any comment while we wait for Dr. Mo to rejoin us?
Okay, Mr. Rudolph Mbedoma, I greet everyone in this panel this evening. Mr. Jegu, I really appreciate your point. This is where I want to make this point very strongly. This is politics. And the politics is in Nigeria. I saw it is totally a dirty game, totally dirty game. But I don't know the generation that will come in that will change some certain things. No, totally, because when I say this, and the Abuja, you want to contest as a president, as a local government, as a chairman, or so whatever I call it. Where is your president? He skipped the question. You can't answer the question. What is the meaning? You are telling the coordinator that he should ask you where is the chairman. He's not asking you the chairman. He knows about the chairman. He knows. He threw this question directly to you. Where is your president? You can't. You can't answer it. And this grammar, this big English, really directed me to the best English speaker. Call it Soludo. When he tell you, he's going to give you Taiwan, Abuja, what is called it, Dubai, Taiwan, and the way listening to the grammars from Mr. Soludo, the governor of professor, so-called. And what happened when the question come to him, Mr. Governor, where is the good Dubai, Taiwan? He's not referring you like the people you want to give the Dubai, Taiwan, their mentality is not up to giving them that Dubai. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Unless Yoti is there giving them more than Dubai, Taiwan now. He didn't promise it, but he's giving more than Dubai, Taiwan. He's giving more than Dubai, Taiwan. And now you see sanitizing people, their brain to know how to work with that Dubai, Taiwan is giving them. People are there pursuing the beggars in the street. Pursuing the beggars in the street. So this is systemizing the plagues. You don't, first of all, I don't want to go far. I'm waiting for him because when I look at the young, they are saying that the young people are not joining the politics in Nigeria. This is the young man. So I wanna get some certain things for him. Thank you so much. Let me not go far. Let me just hold my peace here. Thank you so much.
Tim, go ahead. Tim, welcome to the show. Can you hear me? All right. So do you have anything to say?
I wasn't here when he started, so I'm not even sure what has been discussed.
No. I just had a few minutes of conversation with him, not a lot. But he's coming back, and we will throw it open.
Okay. All right. So the question I actually have for him is not something, I don't know if he's able to answer it, but good day to everybody first and foremost. My question about it is, so I see political parties as vehicles to accomplish means. In other words, just like we literally use our cars to get from point A to point B, a political party is that kind of vehicle that takes you somewhere. So you need to, when you're buying a car, you define what kind of vehicle you want to buy and what the vehicle is going to do for you and how to maintain it. So he has, all of them are all bandwagoning Peter Obi to join ADC. I don't know to what extent Peter Obi has a strong stake in this ADC, because if you ask me, he's boarded a vehicle that, yes, I know he was part and parcel of the conversations at the beginning, but if anybody understands politics, and not only Nigeria, because sometimes we tend to think it's only Nigeria, the difference is that the Nigerian one is a bit raw and uncivilized. But when you join a political party, you make stakes. You either angling to make sure the secretary of that party is somebody aligned to you or something. To what extent do they have a stake in this ADC? In the negotiations, how firm do they? Because tomorrow we'll start hearing, oh, Atiku won it because Atiku threw money. Or, oh, so-and-so person won this because if the person has sown a seed somewhere, he's entitled to receiving the dividends of his seeds. For instance, when they formed APC, those who formed APC had their stakes. Today, one of them is the president. The previous one who left was the president. I'm not saying we should go there and go and do horrible things, but there are people who have stakes in a political party. When they get in, they now use it for the purpose of the good end they want to use it for. But when you do not have a stake somewhere, like they didn't have a stake in Labour, that was why people like Arabambi and Apapa can show up and mesmerize them. So now, is this going to be the same thing? You're just hopping like a grasshopper from one place to the other? What stake do you exactly have in this ADC? That's the question I have for him for now.
All right, thank you, Chim. Welcome back, Dr. Moore. I hope we didn't give you expo or some of the questions our people have, and there are more that are coming from different. I will suspend my own conversation with you. Let's go straight into that. I don't know if you had what Chim was, the question that Chim posed. If you had that, you can start with that. Or Chim, you can phrase it, put it into one sentence or two, so that he will start with you. Chim, go ahead.
Dr. Mo, did you understand me? If you did, there's no point repeating myself. But if you didn't, then I can go ahead and ask.
Dr. Mo, can you hear us? Okay, so we have a communication gap. Dr. Mo, can you hear? Dr. Mo?
He lives in Abuja. That means he's still 1 year behind. They are still in 2020.
Dr. Mo, you can't hear us? Okay, so Dr. Mo, we can't hear you. Just in case you are
wave him.
We can see you, but we can't hear you.
I can hear now. I couldn't hear. I get blanked out.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming back. I said that I will suspend my own questioning. I will go straight to the people who are already in the panel here to ask questions, and let's start with Chim. Chim, go ahead. You can summarize your question, Chim.
All right. So, Dr. Mo, good to meet you. I hope you can hear me very well. So my question, I can
hear you now. Yes.
Okay. So my question is this: you were part and parcel of the Obi Datti group in Labour Party. Now we see how that panned out. It didn't necessarily pan out well. Let's forget the number of votes you got with your principal during the election, but you didn't own any structure. You didn't control any lever of that political party, which is why we know what has gone on. Now you people have moved to ADC. To what extent do you people have a serious stake in that ADC? Because let's be honest with ourselves, this is politics. Nobody's going to give you a platform that you have not necessarily worked for or you have no control of certain levels of that platform. So we don't want to hear tomorrow that, oh, we lost because some people hijacked it, or what's his name? Atiku is controlling the party because he's throwing money. If the man is throwing money, which means it is his loyalists that own the party with him. So he will necessarily expect he has invested in somewhere, he will be reaping out of it. So to what extent do you have a control, you, Peter Obi, and your group? What is your strong lever in that political party called ADC?
Very good question, and what you said is absolutely right about the Labour Party. I don't know if I can be heard. Am I clear enough?
We can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If you remember on X, when Mr. Peter Obi was asked about, I mean, it was paraphrased in a different way, but not any different from what you asked. I am not joining the Labour, I'm not joining the ADC. I've always been a part of the ADC. Peter Obi, when I'm in the ADC, this new ADC, this coalition ADC, Peter Obi has been a founding member of the ADC. He was there from the one of the coalition. So he has a stake in it, you know. That's how far I can tell you. And I can tell you it's not business as usual. It's not what you had in the Labour Party. He has serious stake, you know, in the ADC. And for even the obedient group is moving into the ADC as a group, you know, to hold their grounds, you know. So, I mean, don't forget that I'm the candidate, and I like the way Rudolph put it, from Peter Obi's aide to candidate of the ADC. So watch more. I don't know how.
All right, we're having internet problems with his connection in Nigeria. We will continue to have that conversation. Let me bring in someone in Nigeria, actually, Righteous Man. While we wait for him to reconnect, I'm sure he will rejoin us. Righteous Man, welcome to the show. Can you hear me? Probably all the internet connections in Nigeria.
I said they are in 2025.
Righteous Man, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yeah. Where are you in Nigeria? Okay, hold on.
Okay, good evening from here. I'm still...
Righteous Man, hold on, okay?
I'm still in...
I don't know where I went off, but I was saying that Peter Obi has as much stake in
Dr. Mo, maybe you can turn off your camera. We know it's you. Maybe that will help so that we can hear you. It's more important that we hear you than not being able to hear you. Can you turn off your camera so that we see that will help your internet?
You're talking about me?
Yeah. If that is the problem, we just want to
You're talking about me?
Yeah, if that is why you are having this internet difficulty.
I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see how far we go. Go ahead.
Okay. Peter Obi has as much stake as the core founders, as Alhaji Atiku Abubakar or he has as much stake as His Excellency Rotimi Amechi or Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He does have serious stake in the ADC.
And maybe we hear you. Can you hear me, Dr. Mo? Maybe it's also important to point out that Dr. Mo joined ADC before Peter Obi formally joined. So it wasn't a new thing, this campaign. But Dr. Mo, we still cannot hear you. You are coming in and out. Will you try to join with our camera if that will help? I'm just trying to find a solution to that. Can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you. All right. Let's listen to Righteous Man while we wait for Dr. Mo to sort out that end. Righteous Man, go ahead. Okay, Righteous Man is not also, he can't hear me. Let's go to Masca. Let's see. If Masca fails, then we declare Nigeria.
I came in so that
we declare Nigeria closed. It's a what?
No, I just came in. Thank you, Mr. Rudolph. I came in so that this guy Oviedo is saying that Abuja is a year behind. No, I just wanted to show that, look, individually we can have problems, which does not mean that the whole place is enmeshed in a problem.
Yes.
Doctor, imagine the only Almanjiri among us now only in the internet.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that I will not be yanked off, but I'm saying that it's not that Abuja is a year behind. Okay, I'm here live from Abuja.
All right, hold on, Olivia. Let's have a serious conversation. So, Masca, up until he started running for this position of chairmanship of AMCA, most people have now heard of that position.
AMAC. No. If you are in Abuja, you know that it's always a hotly contested position. If you live here, I know that it's a very hotly contested position.
Who are the people running against him? Who are the?
Look, sincerely, I don't know. And look, my attitude is that, and that was what I wanted to. That would be my position to him. I think we all tend to run to the center, avoiding dealing with some of the critical issues. Left for me, somebody like him who is from Benue State, who is an Idoma man. I think there are a lot of issues that needs to be addressed in Benue State. If you ask, what's his name, this guy that come, this pastor, what's his name now? John Abba. I am not from Benue State, but I'm not happy what happens there. So I know that AMAC is hotly contested, but it's not something that for me I pay too much attention to. And one of the major reasons is that I believe he's a good man, but the challenge with the system we operate is that they would most likely not allow him to do what he wants to do. That's all. But I can people who are, and he can tell us who he's contesting against. But I know it's a very important position. Very, very important.
Rudolph, just to add to what Masca said before he continues, AMAC, Abuja Municipal Area Council, is to Abuja what New York, where Mamdani is to the state of New York.
We know now. He explained that to us. To us. All right, Dr. Mo, go ahead. You're back. Maybe this is the first thing you will fix when you become the chairman. Internet, at least between Abuja and New York and London. And can you hear us?
I can hear, but the Nigerian network is taking a toll on this.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That maybe that's where you start. Before you fix the trash on the street and other things, fix the internet so that we know what you're doing. Oh
God, it's tough and very painful.
So Masca, what are you using for your internet? Maybe we can recommend that to Dr. Mo.
I use a company called IPNX, but the secret in Nigeria is don't stick with one company. I'm actually trying to port to MTN now, because what normally happens is that because of our institutional decay, a company starts very well, but by the time they are 6 months or 1 year in operation, the quality starts dropping. So you have to be ahead of that curve. When the quality is dropping, you jump into the next bandwagon, and after they are going to drop you, it's just tough. But look, if you're here, you would find a way of surviving. I feel for him, honestly. It's very embarrassing, but and unfortunately, fixing this network is not even up to him. You can see what I'm saying. Just assume now he's pitching to some good people outside that want to come and invest, and see how his network is going to be acting up on him. And this precisely is my point. Yes, you can vibe for some, but there are some basic problems that if we don't solve them, jump into any position you want to jump into, you are not going to be effective. We need to sort some of these basic problems, including.
But Masca, people say sometimes that we always look at the national and the local issues that are needed are not solved. You know, primary school education, taking out trash, and that some of us will have to start from the local level, and that's what he's trying to do. But then again, you see the interaction that, you know, technical things that he may not be within his office to deal with is also a problem.
Yeah, I think, Doctor, I like the way you push back on Mansak. I think those people who believe that the guy cannot do anything because of the, you know, the way politics are actually the problem, right? Before you take care of the bigger problem, you have to experiment it at a small level. If it works, then you scale it. But I think that's how things work, right? Nigeria is a big country. For you to fix the bigger picture, experiment what you work at the local level. If it works, scale it. And for us to be expecting things to get better while we are discouraging those that are making efforts is something I don't understand. He is going for the chairmanship. If we believe the other stuff is not working, that's where we come. We find people who are interested in that and encourage them if we cannot do it ourselves. But by just putting a cap to it that, oh, he can't do anything, can't do anything, then when are we going to do something? So that means we already understand there's a problem. We all know the problem, which is always my complaint. Then what do? What we do is the opposite of the problem. What we are complaining about, just do opposite, right? If we all agree that the system is so chaotic that the guy cannot operate, then that's when we come in and play our own part. Rather than say, then we are firing at him. Where is this? Where is this? Where is it? Where is it? No. Participation is very important. That's one thing I was taught as a professional when I went into college. Go and participate. Go and compete. You will never remain the same again. So instead of discouraging him, telling him that he cannot do anything, that means we've established that part. So are we ever going to, is there any plan for us to go beyond that? And that's yes. The first step is being involved, participation. So the idea that he cannot do anything, even before we get there, is very discouraging. And that's why these old men keep taking advantage of us. So first of all, whatever idea that you have, if you cannot make it work at a little level, there's no way you can scale it. My Coach Lati, taught me once when I first started running. He asked me to take off my shoe and teach me how to run. It doesn't make sense to me. Because and they later explained to me that before you can do anything fast or big, you have to master it first. So if you want to take care of national problem, but you are finding it difficult to navigate your way at the local level, I don't know how it's going to work. And I keep saying it, unless you are a billionaire or you have national president, you have no business in national politics. You're just not going to have any effect.
All right. Thank you, Ovie. Let's continue the conversation while we wait for him. I just got a message from him that the network is crazy here today. He's trying to reconnect to join us. Maska, do you have anything to say before I go to other people to weigh in?
Well, I really wish him good luck. He said something that I like. I would advise people to join. My thinking is that we Nigerians should join ADC. I'm actually thinking at some point myself, I'll go and register for that party. You know,
why ADC?
Because for me, it's simple. There has to be some veritable opposition. PDP will not do that opposition today. So it's up to the Nigerian people to build the opposition party. And actually, I think it's a good opportunity for the country. It's a nascent party. There will be a lot of infight. So people, a lot of us Nigerians join the party, then we probably would have a say in who is going to be the candidate, who are in terms of determining the candidates in the party, which is also my basic position that the problem with even Nigeria for me, not even about the election. Half of the time they present you with candidates that they probably are not very good candidates. We lose leadership even at the primary levels most of the time. So most of the credible people, they tend to go to smaller parties. The bigger parties would float candidates that you yourself, you know that, look, these are not options. That's why I think we should build the opposition party. I've not joined, I've not truly taken the decision, but it's clear mathematics in my head. We need a solid opposition party. And PDP today is not going to cut it.
All right. Thank you, Masker. Let me go back down. So I'll come to you, Chim. Let's hear from other people we're here to hear from. Righteous Man, go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Rudolph, good evening. Masker, Happy New Year and good evening.
How are you, man?
And also,
Inshallah, this time around we should.
Amen. Amen. So, back home here, I'm in Owerri, the Imo State capital. I've been spending almost a month plus now in the southeast. It's been a very good time in the east. The celebration is still ongoing. We don't have any security breaches. Things are moving on fine. The only thing is that those who are returning back to Lagos are paying from their nose. If you are taking a night bus now is charging from Owerri to Lagos 68,000 as of today. Then the money bus is taking between 75 and 80,000 naira to Lagos. And then various checkpoints. The only thing you will see is the uniformed men collecting money from the motorists, and then VIPs moving with police escort against what the order of the federal government. So life in the East here has been very peaceful, very good, you know. There is a little bit improvement in electricity since 3 days ago. We've been sleeping with light and waking up and also be having light. If they cease light, maybe within 1 hour, they restore the light back. So it's been a bit better than what it was before the New Year and early the New Year time. So I had a journey to some areas in Imo State where I went to see natural wonders where from, will I say, a hill or a mountain, or if you like, you can call it an age-long stone, supplies water, drinking water to about 4 combined villages. I took a stroll there. I chartered a bike that took me there, and I made a video coverage, and they said it has lasted for thousands of years. They took me to 2 sides of this natural wonder. The water is very pure, at least to what the eyes can see. Very pure, very, cold. People, that's where the villages goes. I will send you the video. They go there to fetch water. And unfortunately, I was told that one of those people who contested for the gubernatorial election in Imo State, or who had vied for the governorship election position in Imo State, Arurumen, his house is not far from this very place I'm discussing right now. And you see that the only development that was given to that site was the one the white men did about 100 and something years ago, when they came to that village and they were taken to that place. They built a monument there and channeled that water to serve the community better than, they met it. That's the only thing you can see. As since then, Nigerian politicians and the well-meaning citizens of Imo State have not ventured to develop that place as a tourist center. If you watch, I will send you the video. If you watch it, you see that God is actually wonderful. You can't phantom where that water is coming from. And it runs every day for thousands of years. As I interviewed the villagers, they say from ancient time, it has just been like that. So that's the adventure I had. And then I went to where the life wire of the communities, the drainage, where they normally get the building sand, like plastering sand, sharp sand, another type of soils we use in building construction. So I went to the site. At a go, you will have about 30 to 50 trucks, waiting to be loaded. It's a very wonderful place to see. So I will send you the video. It has been a very wonderful time being in Imo State. I've never been this long in Imo State, venturing from one community to the other. So it's been wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Righteous Man, for that update from the Southeast. Let me see. Let's get to Mazopara. Just weighing. I'm trying to get a final word from Dr. Moore, if he's still trying and whether he's still going to join us. Mazopara, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Rudolph. Maska inawuni. Sanuko.
Afia Mazi.
Maska is a rich man. That's why he has some stable network. Your network never good, never.
Maska used to have major problems. He's gone through the top of it. He's come out good.
God will bless you. You see, you are a good man. Thank you.
So, Righteous Man, you are our eyewitness reporter. Thank you for reporting, bringing that message from home. It's good to hear good news from home. The place you are mentioning is called Umoduru, in Mbano. So even as we speak, I don't want to mention his name, but one of the commissioners in this government is from that village you are mentioning. But I don't want to mention his name, and I don't want to mention his position. The village has remained like that for many years. Even very close, the former governor of Imo State, or what they call him, another Hakim, very close to that place too. It's just about maybe 10 minutes drive from his house to where this fountain is coming from. But he did nothing, and he doesn't. He lives in Abuja. That's the kind of governance we have in Igbo land. Very, very sad. I would like to ask this young man, because Maska said that he's from Benue State. I wanted to ask him, what happens to the indigenous people of Abuja? Because I believe before Abuja became the federal capital territory, there were people, the indigenous people of that Abuja. What happened to them? Did the federal government compensate them before taking their land and converting to federal capital territory? Now, I wanted to ask him this question, but maybe he comes back again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mazopara, for that comment. Hopefully, I'm waiting to hear from him. I'm sure he's trying to reconnect. Let's see who is yet to say something recently. But Mazopara, let me just ask someone here. Just mention this, open it, throw it out there. This particular place that Righteous Man talked about. Sometimes we talk about government not doing things, but this is an opportunity for a developer, for someone to probably, if it's possible, acquire the place, develop it into a tourist location. Have we thought about beyond expecting the government to do many things that we expect them to do that they are not doing? Because someone like you, Mazopara, I know you are well to do, and you can go and take it over and turn it into, and people from all over the world will be coming there to see it.
Doctor, please.
What goes around, what comes around.
Doctor, can't be asked from this way to do. Anyway, you are right, but I think the issue is that sometimes even when people with money, like people from diaspora, want to invest in Nigeria, the frustration is too much. This place is where I know very well. I have family. I'm from Imo State anyway. I have family, friends who are from this village, and most of them are even in the United States. we discussed about this. In fact, we discussed about this place. Righteous Man is talking about a lot of them in America, a lot of them. But the issue is that when you tell them to do this or to do that, they will tell you, "Are you sure that it's going to? I mean, the government is going to allow us to do this, or are you sure it's going to be profitable?" Because when they look at the people, the villagers, who is going to patronize them, who is coming to do this and do that, they'll get discouraged. And moreover, since this insecurity issue, since this kind of what is going on in Nigeria, mostly in Igbo land, some of them, don't have any other kind of, they don't have interest, coming to Nigeria. I have a friend who is building his house in this village you are talking about, and he lives in Minnesota. This guy has just left that place because he doesn't know. And a few months ago, Mbano was a very hot place. Mbano Kigwe was a very hot place for this insurgency. So he left. He stopped building anything. He just closed everything and went back. He lives in Minnesota. So maybe if things get better, mostly security gets better, I think a lot of people are willing to come and invest in the Igbo land now. What are we doing here if not because our place is just not conducive for investment? Because a lot of people have lost too many money. A lot of money. You took money. Bank. You will go to bank. Took credit, invest in Nigeria. At the end of the day, you lost everything. I hope it gets better, but at the moment, I don't think any reasonable person would like to invest in Nigeria at the moment. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mazi Opara. Jagan.
I haven't spoken for my second time, if you don't mind.
Okay, Jagan, go ahead.
Please, thank you. You see, it's a shame that we don't have our guest technically ready to speak to us, because I really was looking forward to this exchange. There are what you ask about tourism. It's not as easy as you put it, I'm afraid, Rudolph. Tourism is a multi-billion-dollar business, and those nations that get tourism right, they are well rewarded. But apart from the natural gifts that God has given any land in this world, the organization that goes behind creating tourism and a tourism industry is great. And you can't keep allowing the politicians to get away with their responsibilities to the nation. Nigeria has a very long coast. There are people in the world who fly from Europe 13, 14 hours to get to a destination where they can have their sunshine beach type of holiday, where they could get involved with working holidays. Nigeria is such a place as this. But can you tell me that the government has invested ekbini in organizing anything, in strategizing for themselves, in investing for themselves? I've done a lot of business with Nigeria over the years, and the way Nigerians do business is rubbish. Shit. I have to say it. I'll tell you why. Because they want someone to bring all of the money. They don't want to put any money down. They don't want to share any risk, but they want all of the rewards. And I'm wondering, what kind of sentiment do you have? What kind of sentiment is this? Now, we just had a superstar in Anthony Joshua, where he had a terrible accident causing death of 2 of his brothers. Now, I'm telling you that accident would not have happened if the infrastructure is in place to take care of proper roads. When I see roads in Nigeria without pavement, I'm thinking, what is this? This is just half, rubbish, unfinished business. We don't know what it is that we should complain about, and we don't know what it is that we should be raising as a standard. We had no standards in that country, none. All we want is luxury. We want to see luxury. Nah, me with big agbada, I'm doing luxury. I want to swear I'm so upset with the way Nigeria is today, not because we don't understand that Nigeria is a young country. Yes, Nigeria, but we are full of ancient people who have ancient wisdoms, but we have thrown everything away, pretending that we are British, pretending that we are Oyinbo, pretending all kind of rubbish pretense that we do here all the time. I personally don't like it. And I don't want us to be asking ourselves inane questions. I need us to be really thinking before we speak. So the questions that we ask and what we put on the table is accurate to what we need in return for our citizenry in this country. I'll just say that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Ask doctor, what is Ekpini? Doctor, what is Ekpini?
Jagan, before you go, is there anything working in Nigeria? In your own perspective, do you think there's anything working in Nigeria? Jagan.
Myself?
Yeah.
You see, the way I want to say no. I really do want to say no. The only thing that stops me from saying no is that we are heavyweights. Nigerians are heavyweights. We're tough people. And I feel that there is something, I don't know what it is, Rudolph. I don't know if it's spiritual. I don't know if it's us doing ourselves. I don't know. So it's very difficult for me to just say that this is why Nigeria is in the panic that it's in. But I feel that somehow, as the years go by, our passion is eroding. And we cannot afford to waste the strength that we have. We also cannot afford to hand down rubbish to our children's generation. We can't afford to do that. It seems to me that there's too many of us that are happy just handing down rubbish. Me, I can't do that at all. I personally can't do that, if that answers any of your queries.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to know whether that if there is a segment of the society or any business that is going well, whether it's something to do with government investment, or because we might be complaining about government not being only interested in what they can get, not taking part of the risk, and then a foreigner will come in into a certain sector and get in there, and like MTM, for instance, from South Africa, when they came in, ShopRite, and they encountered difficulties. Some of them you were talking about, but they somehow managed to invest. And
you're correct, and I think maybe I should be a bit more accurate to answering your question. And again, unfortunately, I still have to talk about the potential. What is or what could be Nigeria after Congo, DRC Congo? We are the most endowed country in Africa. The most endowed. There have been reports that Nigeria has more oil than Saudi Arabia, more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia. But we don't know that. The people that know it are outside of our country. They're outside of our nation because we don't do any data control. We don't do any. We don't even care. We don't know how many people there are in the country in actual, accurate fact. Without us having some intellectual understanding of what we are sitting upon, I don't think we can really go to the places that we want to go. Lithium, gold. The gold in Nigeria is old. Because they had gold in Ghana during the colonial period, they didn't really invest in Nigeria's gold. Nigeria had so many other things, and the difficulties there in controlling Nigeria made them not look into some of the mining facilities that we have. The lithium that Nigeria has is the greatest quality lithium in the world. Please hear me. I didn't say it's the largest lithium. The greatest quality. Just like our oil. It's the greatest quality oil in the world. Why is Nigeria blessed like this? Is the question that we're not really asking ourselves, which is why we trash everything. We think everything that is God-given and that is natural is not something that we should be building upon. We believe that we should be bringing artificial nonsenses to our nation in order to build upon rubbish. I don't understand our psyche, is what I'm saying. I don't understand it. So, there I am.
All right.
Dr. Eva may chip in. I think what
hold on. Ovia, hold on. Okay. Just updates. Our guest will not be able to. It's difficult for him to reconnect. We are going to reschedule him in 2 weeks. He said he can come back again in 2 weeks. For those who may want to support his campaign, there are this move telling us to be involved in this conversation about Nigeria, to get involved in changing the place. And I think this is a young person. If you're interested in supporting him, this is the campaign organization where you can, this is the bank account, you can support him in his campaign to be the chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council. All right. Thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Rudolph, at least, please, you have my number. Text me his contact. I will reach out to him so that we can sort out his internet at least. He will pay it, but we'll make sure his internet is okay.
All right, that's good. This is what I'm talking about.
No, I feel bad. I really feel bad that this man, it's very embarrassing for the whole country.
Can I say something very quick?
Chim first, baby. I want to be able to sleep tonight.
Chim. Please go ahead.
Chim, go ahead.
All right, thank you. So, first of all, I want to address something Ovi said. Yes, Ovi is correct. We should need to encourage people to join politics. But again, I argue with people who make it look like people are fighting people who come to this place to tell us that, we should encourage him or that. Nobody's discouraging him. These are the kind of things that help anybody who wants to work. You come here, you hear hard facts, you hear questions. Yes, there might be some over-the-top responses or talking points to you, but it's not everybody who is challenging him or putting tough questions at him that is discouraging him from going. I would like to see someone like that go there. But the question is, like I asked him, what is your stake in the party you're running in? So to what extent do you have a control of some of the levers? Because these are things people don't seem to understand in politics. You need to be an entrenched person in the whatever political system you're running on as a vehicle to be able to make inroads. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. We've had people like Patrick Utomi, who went to one party or the other, and remember when Patrick Utomi was running for governor of APC? Under APC, he was running to be governor of Delta State. They arranged what's it called, the primaries. He was somewhere else, and sometimes people come here and think people are being. I just chose not to be a politician. I have played politics a lot of this, but I personally chose not to be involved because there are a couple of things I just can't do. So when people ask you questions, it's a learning process for you. Then secondly, to Masca, APC used to be an opposition. If the only reason why you're supporting ADC is because you desire to be a veritable opposition, then you're already dead on arrival. APC used to be an opposition, telling us that PDP was the evil. Looking back today, PDP is child's play compared to what APC has become. So anyone who I want to hear people tell me I'm joining a political
party. Don't go far, Chim. Let me.
No, sorry, Mascab. No, don't do that. Sorry, please. When you time for you can.
Go ahead now. Go ahead. Finish.
So telling me you're joining that party because it's an opposition, I'm not against you joining. I'm just questioning the reasoning behind saying this is where you want to go to. So because APC was an opposition, so if ADC will now become mainstream tomorrow and multiply the evils of ADC or APC, then may ADC never happen, as far as I'm concerned. Now, lastly, to the investment conversation we're having. Landmark invested. Yes, the man has persisted, he has gone elsewhere, but the tails were not very good. A couple of Black Americans came to Nigeria and invested. And Rudolph, you know the story better than I do. You saw the social media crying of some of those people. Nigeria is a good ground to invest. I don't think anybody who has money and is looking to invest will not see Nigeria in place. But the question is it a climate that is investment friendly? That's the question we need to put aside our emergency patriotism and address. Because a lot of people come here to defend Nigeria in an emergency fashion. It's just convenient to come and say, oh, don't speak ill about Nigeria. Don't castigate things. That's emergency patriotism as far as I'm concerned. We're not addressing the core of the issues, and which is, do we have a civil service and a bureaucracy that is willing and ready to encourage people to invest? The answer is no, because people are going to put you on cruise control. Like Jago was saying, people start asking you for, listen, we've had people who came to as simple and as basic as medical tourism. Medical tourism. They're coming with their own money to treat people. And the stakeholders are asking them for bribes. You're coming to do philanthropy and you're being asked to bribe them. So is it when you're coming to throw in your cash, your investment, your outlay, that it will not make life miserable for you? So I would love to invest in Nigeria as a Nigerian. I see multiple of opportunities. I have tried a couple of things, even in that Benue state, agriculture, and I know what I went through. So please, these are some of the things when people say, oh, don't we see anything? Nigeria is a good place to go and invest. But is it climate friendly? That's a question. And I don't think the climate is friendly.
All right. Thank you, Chim.
Doctor, can I say something?
Hold on. Masker will respond and then I'll come to you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, you are my brother now, KJ. Hey, Joe. Thank you. Chim, I just want to clarify what you say is correct. If we have opposition just for opposition's sake, then we'll just, it's a merry-go-round in that case. But if you had listened to me very carefully, my major point is that the politics in Nigeria is left. We lose the politics right from inside the party primaries. Once primaries are done, I said clearly, once primaries are done within the major parties in Nigeria, most of the candidates that you will be presented with are not really options. So the point I was making is that I would want to join ADC. I don't have any intention to be a politician, but the idea is that within the party, this is where Nigerians can go and salvage their country, where we can all go en masse into a major party and determine the primaries. Look, it's the same argument that Ove is making. He is saying that people have to participate. I am of the opinion that I don't have to contest, in all honesty, but I can participate within the process. Make sure that the end result, at least even if you present two good candidates to the country, then these two people or three people can go and rig each other out. It's not a problem for me if we have two very solid candidates. But the problem is that most of the time, the candidates that the real parties with the real structures present, they are not candidates at all. So I am thinking that we should begin to look at the inter-party issues. And I said this is a good opportunity because ADC now is more or less like a brand new party. Nigerians can actually infiltrate it and have a major stake as country people. That's what I'm trying to say, not just to have opposition for opposition's sake. The dynamics inside really matters. Thank you.
All right, same thing, but I hear your point.
All right, thank you. I'll get to everybody. We have 1 more hour to have a general conversation. Anybody can touch on what our guest said, but
thank you.
Obi,
thank you for that, because the process is the most important. Because that's why we always, we say we want good leader. This person is good. This one is good. It is because deep down we know that the process is faulty. If the process is good, we trust the process. We don't care who comes in, because the process automatically will check that person. And what is the process? It is me and you that is the process. So we have our leaders because of what we did or what we failed to do. Jagu says something very important that we let slide. What we pass to the next generation. And I agree with you, Chim. Any political officer that come here, we should interrogate him to the best of our knowledge. But at the same time, we should also be sure that we also have the accurate knowledge of how the system works before we even say we want to challenge the person. Now, if we want to tailor that to what Jagun said, you are advocating that, yes, the process within the party, how solid is the candidate is very important within the scheme of things. But you also felt just because you are head-bent on criticizing the whole process without actually saying, how do I contribute? You forget the fact that this man is a young man who's starting at a very basic level. A party like ADC that has a national candidate, a presidential candidate, that is a national party. You don't expect him to have a sway at that center unless he has the money and the connection, which in this case he has. What you should be worried about is that, does he have any link at the top at all? He did. He was introduced as a personal assistant to Obi. Obi is a presidential candidate on that party. Obi introduced him. That's all you need. But most importantly, that is not what we should be passing to the future generation. What we should be passing to our future generation is what the candidate actually stay on, which I like. He said he's busy meeting the stakeholders, the youth, the women, all those people. Those are the people that actually have a say of what goes on. And that's where we should be interested in. So politics, they say, is local. If we control the local interests, which is we, as an athlete, my main representative in my locality is how to make sure my sports locality is intact. You, as an educator, pick the same thing. Let everybody pick his area of specialization and interest and hold it and see if things are not good. Those are the institutions we need to tackle on. And I'm very happy because the guy stays on that. That for we to have a good health care, he has to be at the local level, good school at the local level. That's where we reside. So the party level, I keep saying it, at the national level, if you are not a billionaire or you don't have national presence, you are just wasting your time. You cannot make any effect. Stay on your locality and see if the national people will not correct themselves. So we are head-bent on criticizing, blaming. We fail to even see the solution, even within our criticism. So the guy, as he's doing everything that is expected of him. So instead of actually trying to say, come, the center is too powerful, they will use you, let's forget about that. We cannot control that. For the fact that we understand that, that means we cannot control it. So what can we control? Is where he is going to, the voters. So if we control the voters for our own local level, guess what? The national will be forced to come and sit down with you. Because that's what it boiled down to. Their legitimacy depends on those votes. That's why even though now they get it count. So again, we have a problem of a professional athlete. As a professional athlete, you wake up, you don't see pain for your body, you begin to worry. Right? As a normal person, you are not supposed to feel pain because you train every day, you stretch your muscles, so you are bound to be in pain. So anytime you wake up, you feel good, you go to say, oh, is there something that I'm not doing right? That's our problem. We complain every day that even when we see solution, we not go recognize them.
Thank you, Ovia. KJ, I can't find you anymore. Let me go to James. He has to leave. Let him win before he goes. Mr. James.
That's KJ there. He's misty.
I'm sorry, KJ. Please, I will leave soon.
No, go ahead, Mr. James. I will speak after you.
Why should we not complain? Why should we not complain? Since 1960 till now, we go around the same cycle. As Mr. Chim was saying, his stake in that party matters a lot because candidates contest election on party platform. What is the manifesto of the party? And what is his own manifesto? Are they contradictory? And secondly, they've been hopping from one party to the other. It means that there are people who don't believe in manifestos. Assuming he's elected, what is the guarantee that the problems they encounter with Apapa, Arubambe, and others will not erupt again in this new party? And lastly, the leader of the party, I want to believe, is David Mark. Am I correct?
That's the chairman, yeah.
When I was a little boy,
the chairman of the party, not the leader of the party.
Okay, it's all the same. Benin said there's no difference between white man and Reverend Father.
No, Mr. James, only APC has a chairman and then had a leader. Don't forget that one. That was different.
The issue is this. I was about saying something. Yes, when David Mark was Minister for Communications, they brought this analog telephones. People complained to him, boss, this thing is too expensive. We cannot afford it. Why not do what you can to reduce the price? He said, to everybody's dismay, that somebody's calling me. He said to everybody's dismay that telephones are not meant for poor people. That was his response to the nation. And this is the same man, this guy want to work in that party. And what is telephone today? All over the world, primary school children go to schools, not with analog phones, but with mobile phones. So these people have no plans for anybody. I still believe that anything short of a revolution will not rescue the nation. So that is my opinion. Thank you so much indeed.
Dr. Ameji, let me just with a sentence. Mr.
Right,
James, Mr. James, I beg to disagree with you. Nigeria is 65 years old. I am more than 25 years old. I have lost the right to complain. Jagu said something. We are putting a self in the pedestal we never reach. Yes, we see we are young, but the man that is complaining, how is it that man? Is it an adult or an infant? If you're an adult, you have lost the right to complain. That's one thing I want us to understand. Our grandfather complained when, as I said, Nigeria 65 years, our parents complained. Are we going to do the same thing? And as Jagun said, I'll keep referring to that. We are passing on the complaint disease to our future generation. So who is coming to fix it? Mr. James, sorry. Who is coming to fix it if we as an adult don't put out our pants? Who is coming to fix it for us? The age generation, as you said, they've destroyed everything. They have, not that they've done their part. It is us now. So complaining will not bring any solution. That guy had to win first before you know if he can do anything or he cannot do anything. And as I said, now local government chairman, he doesn't have to have any sway at the center. The most important thing is he great on ground. If he's well grounded on ground, this top will succumb to him. That's how this system works. We should not change the other way around just because we are so hybrid in our understanding politics that we all believe that without the center, nothing can be done. It is not true, not in all situations. But as again, we are adults. We should be ashamed of ourselves to be complaining every day on everything.
All right. Thank you, Ovie.
Okay,
James,
anyway,
yeah. You want to say, yeah?
Because without complaints, problems cannot be solved. You get the point? Now, one thing I also want you to believe is this. An old man can solve this problem we are encountering now. Look at the history of Nigeria. Those who fought for independence and laid the foundation we are grappling with today, they were all young men in their 30s. You get the point? It is young men who laid the foundation we are battling to dismantle today. And there are some old men too who have also lived up to expectation. So it's not a question of age. It's the character of the society. We just have to complain. This is how I see it. And without a revolution, we are just moving around the same circle of decades.
Too much of everything is bad, as they say. Too much of complaining is bad.
All right, thank you, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on and get other people involved in the conversation. Thank you, Ovie. Thank you, everybody. KJ, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Dr. Damages, and thank you to everyone single panelist that is here. Appreciate you guys' inputs, whether I agree with it or not. And they are your opinions, so you are entitled to them also. Again, I want to start from Dr. Mo. I know Dr. Mo very well, not the ones I've been talking about. Dr. Mo is a credible individual. I know him very well. Let me stop at that. He is somebody you can rely on, and I can, to a large extent, say his word is his bond. For the long time I've known him, he had remained that way. So it's a credible thing that he's coming in, and I pray that he gets it, because maybe he will go far. Because you see, in a society where truth is no longer appreciated, tellers of truth become endangered species. So that's what it is right now in Nigeria. Again, having said that, I want to go back and answer Okpara's question, which Dr. Moore was supposed to have answered. The people, indigenous people of Abuja were settled, yes. When the Abuja was carved as the federal capital territory, a law was enacted then and said that Abuja will have no indigeneousship. There's nothing like indigeneousship. So indigenes were taken and resettled and paid money. Even though later in the years, we heard that the lawyers who stood on their behalf didn't actually do a good job. But you see, in Nigeria, when such things happen, nobody is brought to book. So as we talk today, whether they cheated the people of the indigenous people of Abuja, which largely are Gwaris, or they did not cheat them, nobody has been brought to book. I know of a certain group of young people who try to, push for that. Sometime like 5-6 years ago, they came up with the fact that Abuja was theirs and they were supposed to be compensated. And the portion that they are taking now is not part of the compensation. If you guys know Kubwa was one of those settlements that was given to the indigenous people of Abuja. A settlement was built for them, and most of those settlements they resold and they all went deep into the bush, further away from the capital. But as Nigeria things, you see, the laws are always written with some corny inside. Later in years, we are now told that Abuja, you cannot say people don't have indigeneousship. These are indigenous people of Abuja. They must be represented. They must have federal capital. They must have the stake in federal capital. I'm saying that to say that, you see, every time a policy is made, we have a way of finding our way around it, and it will no longer stand for what it was supposed to be right from the beginning. That brings me, that brings me to my next point, which is that a nation divided, that's what the Bible says, against itself can never stand. I'm pivoting back to what Jagu was saying earlier. We are a people that are divided. We know what to do, but we refuse to do them because it will not suit what we are saying to our people, or certain individuals who have an upper hand with that development. For instance, many years ago, we used to have a company in Kaduna called the NDC, National Defense and something company that used to manufacture
National Defense Industries.
National Defense Industry. What are they doing? We used to have a company called Stair. Stair, for those of us whose parents were, a bit on the other side. We used to have Stair. We used to have Volkswagen. We used to have Bata. We used to have Bata. We used to have Live. What's that one now? Leventis. Where are they?
Textiles.
Where are they? Those days, we didn't need to go. You didn't need to have, too much money to buy a good Bata that would take you through school. Okay, so now people we are saying we shouldn't quarrel. Why shouldn't we quarrel? Is there anybody who gathers and loses and becomes a millionaire from doing that? You gather today, you lose it tomorrow, then you start gathering again. Is that how you build wealth? No, you build wealth by systematically collecting some form of resources or materials to yourself. And so, if we are really ready as a nation, there are many issues that can be addressed without even doing too much. And I give an example of my governor, for whom one idiot now called Oju Zokali is saying he wants to remove. Okay, this guy, these people who are making this noise now, had Oju Zokali held the state for 8 years, brought his boy for another 8 years, which brought another of his boy for another 8 years. Put together how many years? And yet, not one thing could be held on. He's claiming the road that Sam Bakwe made now are the road that he constructed. I'm not trying to digress. I'm just trying to show you, if the people don't arise and ask questions, what will eventually happen. The evil men will keep recycling themselves and nothing will be done. It is high time, if we don't get up and ask that pertinent question, what do we want to achieve with Nigeria? What is best developed in the north? What is best developed in the south? What is best developed in the west? What can we do with the middle belt? My dear brothers and sisters, we're not talking tribe now. We're talking about national development. nothing will be done, because certain people enjoy it the way it is. They want people to wake up in the morning and come and line up at their gates and wait for handouts. That's what they like. They like where at the middle of it, at the time when the night falls and there's no longer sun or moon, they want you to the only light you see is from the ones outside of their gates or their high-rise fences. That's what they enjoy. They want, when they turn the tap, it's only in their house it runs. The next morning, you all carry your buckets, come line up behind their backyard to fetch water. That is what they enjoy. And I'm talking about something that is not only prevalent in any part of Nigeria, but all of Nigeria. All of Nigeria. Because if you go to those places, those people's houses, let me give an example again of the Ozokano, whatever his name is now. His house looks like a cathedral. His house looks like a cathedral. Okay? And he enjoys it that way. He enjoys it that way. That's what they want.
And he has a chapel inside.
Yes. That's what they want. With their own priest, whether it is priest of God or priest of Ogun, now that only them sabi that one. Okay? So what am I saying? We are not ready. And look, let me tell you something over here. Those of us who ask these questions are a thorn to their flesh. That's why they want to get rid of you as quickly as possible. If not that they want to get rid of you as quickly as possible, what concerns English Alhaji with the national the federal government? The English Alhaji, whose duty he was only doing was to expose what was going on. Wherever they have this thing, he goes there and exposes it. They decide to look for that singular individual in one remote area of Nigeria to go and carry him from there. But you are not able to look for the people causing the mayhem he's reporting about. That is the bane of Nigerian society. So let's not kid about it. Okay? And I welcome people like Mo. If people like him, I mean, more people like him can get in, who can stand and tell you to your face what is wrong and without being afraid of the consequence. Nigeria probably will move forward. But until then, we're just playing Bakbangolo, Bangolo. You know those Bakbangolo games, it never ends. Bakbangolo, Bangolo, Bakbangolo, Bangolo, you throw a hand, then you run around, you continue again from the big. That's what we have been doing since we became an independent nation. Nobody's moving forward. The South is not moving. The North is not moving. The Middle Belt is not moving. Who is benefiting? Who is benefiting? Somebody wakes up. Have you ever heard that? Please, let's check in history. Have you woken up one day, you had a national leader, a president of a nation, right off 2.something trillion naira missing? Wow. He writes it off. He writes it off. Who gives him that kind of authority? And nobody is saying anything. Nobody is saying, why should NNPC be losing this kind of money? Who did they lose it to? How did it come? No question. We're just going about. We're happy carrying the bucket of water on our heads, walking 5 kilometers to go and look for water. We're satisfied with that. Then you think the country will move forward? You think we'll do that and move forward? You think that we'll do that in this 21st century where they are balkanizing nations and we survive? I'm just waiting for this part. I hope that it's America that will take the part where I belong to, so that I can at least have some respite. Okay? But whether you like it or not, as we play this game, we'll all play ourselves away. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Obi. Thank you, KJ. I know that Jagon, you want to say something. I'll give you 2 minutes because we have to go.
Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is sufficient. I really thank you. I like a lot of what KJ said, and I'm trying my best.
Hold on, Jago. Let me see who is this. We're getting noise from somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. If you're not speaking, can you mute yourself? I can mute. Okay, go ahead, Jago. I think he's.
Thank you very much. I like a lot of what KJ said, especially when he came to the point of this is not about ethnicity anymore. It's about the building of a nation and the importance of doing so. Myself and Ovie, we smoke very well, but we disagree deeper. And I want to upgrade whoever his supplier is. Having said, I beg your pardon, my brother. Having said this, you know, the energy on this platform and with us as Nigerians, it just cannot be forsaken, cannot be seconded. The energy is serious. And for me, politically, where I stand and why I don't like Nigerian politics, and I hesitate to get involved the way that OVA seems ready to, and I really appreciate where he's coming from. But for me, I'm not prepared to get involved in the rubbish that they're doing. As far as OVA is saying that politics is local. And for that, I agree with him 100%. 100%. Politics is local. And it should be taken from that position. Having said that, the depth of rot in our politics is too much for me to put my head. I can't put my head in there. Not without AK-47 of my own. I can't. Now, I'm saying that my politics tells me that without some kind of revolution, and when I use this term, I don't want people to jump to violence of this term. Without some kind of revolution that resets Nigeria as a country, resets West Africa as an example, Nigeria's going to lose. We need to reset before any other part of the world resets. Right now, if we look at the global politics that's going on, the world is in flux, serious flux. If Nigerians can be wise and realize the level of fluxitude that is in this world today, we would appreciate that, if we stop our rubbish and join forces, first for Nigeria to make it a strong and respected West African nation, because they like us and they know that we're big, but respect, there's a big question mark on whether or not they respect us as a country. If we make West Africans respect us as a country, we will form one economic and political union. Nobody in the world will be able to touch us. Right now, if Americans want to come in and take over the whole nation, they can do it. They've shown you example. So I'll leave it there. There are three ways. We continue doing what we're doing and have a 2027 election. We remain obedient to the atmosphere of Nigerian haze, which is just killing us, or we revolt and change this whole system. That is what I'm banking on. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Jago. No,
I'm not saying it. I forgot something I want to add. You see, if you want to really see what Nigeria looks like, take the example of MTN or the communication system. How old is it? We can't even get somebody to interview him, and nobody's saying anything. The system is that way. They are all paying. They can't get communication. Okay, so anybody who thinking something is going to change with this kind of behavior we have, well, good luck.
All right, thank you. We have about 30 minutes. I want us to see if we can channel it to something, and I was thinking that there were a few stories in the news that since yesterday that we had a show that maybe some people might want to weigh in, but I will come to everybody. I will start with you, Che. So weigh in on something that is of importance to you. Let me play one video that is trending, and then I get some.
And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. We'd like to thank Ibrahim Otola, former Minister of Energy and Malawi, for delivering the opening prayers. Please be seated. Thank you very much.
We commence, and to Eugenia, please kindly allow me to ask everyone standing to please move to the sides. We have a place that is reserved for all aides.
So initially, when our guest was coming, I thought he would weigh in on key issues in politics before going into his campaign. That's the structure of the interview. But when he came in late. And when he came in, he wanted to go straight to his campaign. He didn't want to talk about national issues. So there was a meeting yesterday. I think it was the former governor of Sokoto State had his 60th birthday, and there was this gathering. Obasanjo was there, Obi, Atiku, all the new people in ADC, they were there. And it was those kind of situations that people meet and discuss some things that you will never hear and make decisions that will become what will determine what will happen tomorrow in the political arena. But a lot of people are looking at what happened there, and I wanted to know if any of you are thinking about, have any thoughts. Let me start with you, Uche, because the purpose of this platform, I think, for the next 1 year is really to cover this election. which is important. Every year we say it's important, but this one is really very important in terms of where the country will go next. Uche, do you have anything to say about the gathering of ADC as they try to form a formidable opposition party? As soon as Mascot joins them, it's going to be formidable. We have a member of ADC on our panel, who can give us insight. Uche, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Rudolph, thank you so much. And I really appreciate all the people contributing in many ways. And Rudolph, I will ask this question before I forward on. If someone know this, should maybe reply immediately before I continue. Did the Reverend Fathers vote during the election? Reverend Fathers or Bishops, did they vote?
Why wouldn't they vote?
No, I asked a question. Did they vote?
No, if you answer that question, you will get the answer you're looking for. Why wouldn't they vote?
Maybe I think
God said they shouldn't vote. Did the Bible say they should not vote? Where would they?
Okay. The reason why I asked the question is that according to Catholic tradition, they don't do politics things. That is why I asked this question. Did they vote?
Okay, I don't know about the votes, actually. They vote. There's no reason why they shouldn't vote. And if you go to Latin America, you find that there's a long history of Reverend Fathers, priests being part of politics, serious participation in politics. So I don't think there's anything. I'm not a Catholic, but I don't think there's anything stopping them.
Let me. I'm very, very happy this video you play. It's like that I want to divert a bit based on it, because this discussion about this young man, we have discussed it a lot. But based on what you shared on this video now, I want to pay attention of one thing. We are always talk to solve or to bring a solution how Nigeria is going to be better. The reason why it always gives me a headache is that these people are trying to, in fact, they have already crafted our future with the young youth. It's giving me a lot of headache because I'm not happy here. This foreign country, I'm not happy. I want to come back. That makes impact in my community. What? Reverend Father, when I tell Reverend Father under Roman Catholic, Bishop, Cardinal, Reverend brothers, who don't have a child, they don't marry, they don't born. When I take this issue now back to politics, it will be a very respected man, belong to this system. When I say belong to this system, he always have the chaplet, the angelus, things in Roman Catholic. And I don't think he understands what I'm saying. If you understand, they have never played into it. Anglican priests, they're married, they have children. You can now see you can get votes from these people if they are voting. Catholic priests, they don't marry, they don't bring children, and their population is close to 1 million. Not only priests, reverend brothers, seminarians, deacons, bishops, mention them. And when you look at it, in Southeast, these people are supposed to give him a lot of votes. And he's looking this vote from far. People will vote for him from Northern. I know it's very good to engage. Okay. This is the point I just make based on that. Because what the Christianity is doing to us, people have never looked deep. Now, when you look at the video you shared now, this ADC, everybody should bear this in memory. We are not moving forward. Nowhere. No, I said the criminals. These criminals that have fun, but people say they have gathered again. All development in Imo State from this people. They are fighting to survive. If we can now develop from contributions, little contributions to develop our area. And they are gathering them now. Atiku Denwa mentions them. This Clean and Green initiative in Imo State, the former governor. And when this will come over to take maybe the Nigerian politics again, pushing APC out. What are we getting again? That is why I disagree with Olivier in one point he made. We should not ask questions first. We have asking too much. We should elect first before asking this question. And I tell you one thing. Our governor now, I threw a question to him 2014 in a timber market in Obuja. I threw a question when he came to do campaign. And the question I threw to him, can we have an agreement paper? Someone, that is the name we call him. Can we have an agreement paper? You promise us one thing in Obuja. We tie the road for us. 2 roads where trailer will be bringing those trailers that have a big load. Big trailer wood. When they bring, they don't have road to come in, they don't have road to go out. So you promise us you will do it. Can we have an agreement? If you didn't do this when you elected, what can we do? You didn't answer the question. All the youth left.
Thank you, Uche. Thank you, sir.
Ask questions before electing them. Because these people, they have horn. If you come close, either they do something or they pinch you with their horn, and their horn is their military and their police. We have to ask questions. Thank you so much.
Uche, thank you. I appreciate that. I wanted to play another video, but my studio is full. Tony, welcome to the show.
Greetings, Doctor. Greetings, everyone on the panel and those at the comment section. Yeah, my comment will be just on 2 issues. One, the coming AMAC chairmanship election. First of all, I looked at some of the those who are contesting, running for the office, and I see it there about 16 from various parties. Each candidate with his vice. And Dr. Paul is one of them. It would have been 17, but I think Labour is not fielding. I think INEC disallowed the Labour candidate. But the interesting thing is that, for me, is that contest is probably going to be very well contested. I hope INEC is going to be, the electoral body is going to be free and fair. But there's something that I want to draw attention to. Dr. Moore has been associated with Obi for a number of years now. And it's my thinking that she would have learned 1 or 2 things from Obi. So this challenge, this election would offer him the opportunity, if he wins, to demonstrate some of those things that he has learned from Obi, and we'll see how well it goes. But I pray for him, I support him. But on the flip side, if you look at what Wike has done, his son is pushing his son to run. And you would see the big contradiction here. His son just finished from the college, has not cut his teeth in politics, has little or no experience, if you like, in politics, and yet he's being fielded for the office of House of Rep. And that's the tragedy that you find in Nigeria. Instead of starting from the grassroots, because his father did start from the grassroots, from local government, and then moved up. And here, this is a young man who doesn't know politics. So my question would be, what is he going to campaign on, and what issues? He doesn't have a pedigree in politics. There's nothing that anybody can look at and say, okay, this is the reason why we'll vote for you, except his father. And that's the tragedy of our politics here, because he doesn't have substance, he doesn't have roots. People just come in because they have godfathers or have people who push them, and so they just push them. Not just Wike alone. We have some Aerofire, we have some others. Ojikalo, whose daughter also is has been approved for ambassadorial position and so on and so forth. So this is eventually you just find out you end up having aristocrats who are ruling us, people who just come from nowhere because they have connection and they're placed there. And so when you garbage in, you garbage out. The other thing I want to talk about is Chimamanda Adichie's son, the unfortunate thing that happened to her. This is a woman who came. She would have stayed back in the United States. She came to have a good time in Nigeria, spend Christmas with these people here. And then we'll see what has happened to your son. According to her, this was a death that should have been avoided. But from what she says from her account, this was an overdose of, medicament that was administered on the son, and he died. That's unfortunate. Now she's going back with a dead son. The same thing that we saw with AJ, and it's a tragedy. You want to come back to your country to come and have a good time and so on and so forth. And it leaves a sore taste in your mouth at the end of the day. But that's not to say that we hear about these things because they are celebrities. I mean, there are so many other deaths that are unreported, that are related and so on and so forth. So Nigeria is seriously a country that needs reworking and rejigging. Everything has gone bad from top to bottom. And I think that it calls really for a serious we have to pull down and begin to build again from the foundation. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Tony. We have 20 minutes left, and we have to close exactly at 3 and 3 hours time. That will be 20 minutes. We have KJ. KJ, we run another show, so KJ can do an after show where we can discuss more.
So we shouldn't give our own closing remarks here. Those of us who have not.
Yeah, I'll get. I'm just saying I'm about to cut the time that I'm giving people so that people will know why I'm doing that. So people don't say to me, "Why did?"
Thank you for giving me 20 minutes.
You're giving me 1 minute.
Obi has spoken too long now, too much.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, rounding up now.
All right, Obi, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I know, Jefferson. I see you. I'm bringing you up. Obi, 2 minutes.
I think people need to understand where I stand. I never say you should not ask questions. I'm just saying we should stop discouraging those who are trying to figure out solution. It's okay. Everybody has an opinion, right? It's fine. It's okay to believe that things will never work out. But what is not okay is you trying to play down on those who believe they do. That's where I have problem. You can believe Nigeria will never work. That's okay. Things will never. Things are bad. That's fine. But just when somebody have the different opposite opinion, allow him to hear that opinion. Stop discouraging that person. That's what I'm trying to say. And we need to understand this. This idea you have to have a league at the party. Obi is one of the central figures in APC. If you have him as your political godfather, which other sway do you need at the national level? I beg. I mean, do we actually understand this game? Political parties now business, they are private business entity. They are set up to grab power, to make and stop bills. So you are bound to find all sorts of human beings in that political party with various agenda. So just like you have your agenda to make everything better, the same thing they have the other person have an opposite agenda. We are bound to coexist in a political party because that's the only way you can take power. But most importantly, this man, where he's coming from, is he on ground? It is yes. All of us claim to be hybrid in terms of focus on at the center. How many of us know the constitutional debate amendment is going on? And if you do, what are you doing? What is your own contribution to that debate? Have you contended your constituencies? Are you making any collective move as we in diaspora to make sure we have a voice in that ongoing debate? Just have a debate. The question is no. You don't even know. Then you don't know your local politician. There's people who actually at the crossroad. When they come forward, we go da. Like, where do we stand? The Bible says there's time for everything. You are allowed to complain, but when there's a solution to, if you don't have way to contribute, give way. Just move, come out. And to get involved, yes, you need AK-47 if you want to, but you don't have to necessarily be a contestant, as they say. You can be a media personality like Dr. Dameji. He has influence. You can contribute. You can help organize your local interest so that you guys will have a voice as one. Because politics now bargaining. You don't go to a political negotiation aiming to get what you want. No, You take what you can get. So if you have a collective voice at the overall level, that is good. So I'm not saying anybody should not ask questions. Ask whatever you want, but stop playing down people's effort just because you don't believe that thing can work.
Thank you, Ovie. If I might say, this is what I tell people. If they are doing what you just said, it's another reason for you to intensify your own push to what you believe. That shouldn't stop you. If you allow them to stop you, then you're not yet serious about what you are pushing for. So because there are people who will continue to do that irrespective of what you say today and what you say to them, they will say that you won't work. So that shouldn't stop you.
It's also good for us to let them understand that we know the game. We know what
you can tell them.
You don't have faith doesn't mean others don't have faith. What I'm saying, don't be that's an act of witchcraft, according to my mother, right? It's okay for you to
Rudolph, this guy will talk more.
All right.
Ovie, thank you. Some other people, then it's bad.
Ovie, thank you. They will continue. You can't stop them. Jefferson, welcome to the show. Happy New Year to you. Go ahead. 2 minutes.
Happy New Year. Why you give me 2 minutes? But I won't question you, is your show. No, I didn't say anything, but it's all right.
I'm sorry because we don't have time. I want to get to everybody.
Don't worry. I understand. I know the game. Happy New Year, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The Dr. Mo guy, of course, is one of the people that was working behind the scene for Peter Obi and the New Nigeria movement. I believe he's looking for a way forward. We Nigerians are looking for a way forward. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, compared to other people, he's not being spoon-fed to take over a corrupt legacy like the likes of Wike and Co. They all know themselves. Everybody else, they know what they are doing behind the scene to get to that power. So it's a welcome development. We cannot, at the end of the day, it's good we complain about the state of the nation, but we definitely need a platform. And there's nothing wrong with what is going on. The ADC that Peter Obi has moved to, we are hoping that it becomes the primary flag bearer of the party. And I'm not going to disclose things, but let me just give a hint that LP is still a placeholder. For those who understand, who have foresight, LP party is a placeholder. I will leave it at that. So we're anticipating. Of course, consultation is also taking place. And again, if you ask me, I sense a smoke screen in the so-called endorsement for all the political juggernauts that are currently in APC. So whatever you say, I endorse, I think it's just by words of mouth. Because at the end of the day, things are not really working accordingly. And the country cannot continue to go in this trajectory. And then if we are to merge it with the geopolitical space, if we are to merge it with the geopolitical space, we need to see now that when you uphold to an identity, be it in a religion or in a certain way, that's not appealing, there's going to be a problem. That facelift might not work for you. So that's what is happening right now. So let me just see, I'm going to leave it at that. We're hoping and we're praying that Obi becomes the flag bearer of ADC, and we look forward for more progressive fronts and for everyone. So we'll just keep on supporting the best way we can as as who we are, the diasporans. I put that that way. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jefferson. Maska, you have 2 minutes. Final thoughts.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rudolph. I will actually skip any thoughts. I like the late night show. More so now that my brother KJ is a nationalist, so we will wait and around him. But in actual fact, the main reason why I was listening, but I really had to make an effort to join the panel because I didn't want people like Ovie to cast a dark shadow on Nigeria that the internet is not available. So I think I've made my point. So I skip. Thank you, Mr. Rudolph. And God bless you for the tenacity, for the menu. You're really a good example. So God will bless you.
Thank you, Maska.
God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Respect to the Alimanjiris. They can make
Respect,
internet work.
yes, respect to.
All right, let's hear from Righteous Man. Righteous Man, you have 2 minutes. Righteous Man, can you hear me?
Rudolph, I am just. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Danny, here in Imo State, most times I enter public transport, you will hear people discussing about the politics. I think this defection that the politicians are doing, especially the governors, it is not actually reflecting, or it's not to enter public bus and discussing what is happening in Nigeria. They discuss it and share opinions, you understand? Most people now are waiting to hear their ward registration. People are really ready to go to this new party, this coalition party. You hear people talking about the coalition party because of Peter Obi. They are going to, register as a member of the new political party. That's what you're hearing. Every look and turn of Imo State, the places I have been to, even when they gather in the beer parlor to discuss, they are drinking, you chip in things of Nigerian politics, you will hear them. Oh, when it comes to presidency, they are going to vote for Peter Obi. They are going to take ADC membership so that they become a delegate to make sure that the vote will be to get the ticket of ADC. And again, there are some rumors we are hearing here that if ADC failed to give Obi the ticket, there are two political parties that are ready to offer him that ticket, Zenith Labour Party and the same Labour Party where he left. I think this guy was positioned there as a
placeholder. I said it.
Yes. Yeah, that's just because I was having a very political discussion with one politician that lives within this area. So he was telling me that it is a game plan between Obi and Datti. So there is nothing, nothing shaking. That if ADC fails, that Obi will go back to Labour Party or Zenith Labour Party. So that's just what is happening right here in the East, especially Imo State. They are for ADC, they are for Peter Obi.
All right, thank you so much, Righteous Man. Mercy, Apara.
Yeah, Dr. Mo, I would have also asked him in that Abuja city, how many people are living there? How many people does he know exactly the figure, the population figures of Abuja residents? Because you cannot conduct an election in a state or in a community or in a city that nobody knows exactly how many people are living there. I would have liked him to answer this question. And I saw Obi, the clip you played, Doctor. What I dislike is when these people, when they gather, the way they bend down, the way they do this kind of thing, they start bending down, crawling. I dislike, I don't want to see this thing. Honestly, it is disgusting. They will say it's a mark of respect, but I think it's a mark of hypocrisy. These people, you are a man, stand like a man, shake a man like a man, and get things done. Why all this kind of bending down? At the end of the day, everything is people, pretentious people. I don't like it. So I hope that this young man gets it right, Dr. Moore, because the way he spoke, he's a good man. I've listened to him several times, not only here, during him and Yusuf, that have been, Aisha, you should have been together, moving around. He's a very clever person, but Nigeria, the society we're living in, that society deserve or want this kind of people to be in, in position of power. I don't believe so, because the whole thing is very corrupt. This guy, Wike is the minister of Abuja, right? Is Wike going to allow a free and fair election in Abuja, city? I don't think so. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mazi Opara. Jagun, you have 2 minutes.
I want to take permission. Can you put me backstage, or can I contribute my 2 minutes? Because I'm finished, I have to do my work.
Oh, I thought you'd done that. If not, we are rounding up. Go ahead, Jagun, 2 minutes, and then Uche. Uche, I thought you spoke. I gave you 2 minutes. No? Or you
haven't given me the 2 minutes. No.
You were actually the first of the 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
But don't worry.
Trouble.
Yes,
go ahead. Yeah, Jagun. Because I'm getting
old.
Can
you just remind me?
Next week I'll have a pen. I'll be checking off names, so you can.
Yes. Could you just remind me of where we are now? I know
we're just saying 2 minutes. We're rounding up. We have to go in the next 8
All
minutes.
right. Again, this is a new year, and I must say, it's complex to understand any individual. And a lot of us here, we disrespect each other, including, you might say, me, I'm the major disrespecter of persons. I don't know. But I don't like it, generally. I like to speak squarely, and I like people to hear me and the English I'm speaking. Because a lot of people misconstrue what I say, and they take offense very easily. And many of us need to be offended. And it is free for anyone to offend anyone, to be honest. We need to have a straight back. I've given private pushbacks on this channel to individuals, and I've given very public spankings to people. I don't want to really be doing that, because I respect the power that generates in our spirit, and I know who we are as Nigerians. And I know that it's going to take all of us to build a new nation. It's going to take all of us. I put to somebody, I won't say his name, that he is spineless, because he didn't know how to correct his counterpart in administrating this show. And he allowed that person to roughshod over me personally, and until I was taken out of the show. All these things I don't like. If we are not respected as individuals on this panel, and we are not able to say what it is that we have to say, regardless of who it offends, because there are some people, they're so polite, they're so correct. Go to hell. I have no time. I need this year for strict understanding of the power of intellect, the power of words, and the respect that we need to give each other. If we're not going to be like that, I'm telling you, it's from here that Nigeria won't work. You want Nigeria to work when you are not working. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Jagun. Chim, you're next.
So, Rudolph, thank you very much. A couple of things. On a lighter note, I'm not sure any of us saw the photograph. It wasn't a video of the Olu of Warri. He was giving a handshake to... Okay, so he's forbidden from shaking a woman in Nigeria. So his fellow black woman, he can't shake her, but he was somewhere abroad and he was shaking a white woman. Just for us to go think about it. The point I want to bring out is on this whole precious metal thing. So Nigeria runs a federal system, which is not exactly a federal system. It's a unitary system where the federal government determines everything. So right now, rather than Rivers, Delta, and all the oil producing states owning their resources and contributing to the center, which is what it's supposed to be, the reverse is the other way around. But has anybody thought about the fact that right now, our precious metals found mostly in the north, lithium, gold, and all those things, are now being mined, but rather than being mined federally, they're now being mined by individuals and those states, and the money is not coming to the central focus. Let's think about that. As we begin to push this Nigeria that we want, let's think about it. Oil is unilaterally collected and unilaterally spread, but those precious metals are individually state-owned and no federal government account is coming. We don't know that. So that's one. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, so Nigeria is so fantastic that patriotic Nigerians came home for Christmas. One came home with 3 of his friends. He lost those 3 friends and went back single-handedly. And then a woman who is an author, who is a renowned author, went back with her little son, lost her son, and is going back home empty-handed. This is for those emergency patriotic people that I keep referring to. People who will tell us what's the word? They say we are demarketing Nigeria. Well, I'm not the one demarketing Nigeria. The president of Nigeria is the biggest demarketer of Nigeria. He's supposed to be the chief marketing officer of Nigeria. But he has traveled to France, goes for medical treatment in France, but there are no hospitals in his Lagos state where he comes from. That's my rant. Thank you very much, Rudolph.
Thank you, Chim. KJ, I believe you're the last person. If there's anybody here who I didn't bring up for final word, let me know now. KJ, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Rudolph. I appreciate Masca's appreciation of me. It's not new to me. I grew up in the north, and when you are against the Igbos, you are loved by the north, and you are loved by every other person. But the moment you decide to say no, what you said about the Igbos are not correct, you become a tribalist. You become, So I have had that for so long. I'm not afraid any longer. When I need to speak up concerning the East, I will speak with every authority, bold face, unashamedly say whatever I need to say about it, and I have no apology to anybody. The North for so long we are bantering or whatever it is. The 19 northern state governors meeting and calling themselves Arewa. It was not a problem to any Nigerian person. Nobody ever came up and said to them, you are being, racist, or rather being tribalistic and all that. It will never say they are, being one section of the country. When they say this is what the North want, the North will not accept that. We don't say, oh, these people are being tribalistic, We don't say that. But once an Igbo leader or an Igbo person says something that they don't think to like, you are a tribalist, You are, that's why the Igbos cannot be trusted, because everything goes up. And just like Chinua Achebe said, the only thing that brings Nigeria together is what? The hatred for the Igbos. And we are there now. We're not afraid of it any longer. One of the things that that have come to play in our time is that story written by what's her name now? Chimamanda. The danger of a single story. I know something. We also know how to tell our stories. And you see, again, Chinua Achebe says something. As long as the hunter that tells the story of the hunt, you know what? He will continue to be a hero until the days that the lions begin to talk about theirs. We have woken up, we're not going back. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, KJ. Thank you, everybody who watched today. On next Sunday, we are going to bring you another guest who will be very interesting. I'm about to seal the deal, and I want to announce it by tomorrow when we get a final talk. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I want to thank those who supported us, those watching at home, those on the comment section. I see all of you. Thank you so much. Those that supported us at Brick House, Capital, thank you. Igbo Basics, thank you. Oscar Blackbone, thank you so much. Hold on. I want to also thank those that helped me behind the scene. I keep forgetting them. Santario, thank you so much for supporting us. Those behind the scene, executive producer, show, and all the other people who helped to produce this show, we appreciate all of you. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, KJ. Thank you, Chim. Thank you, Jagun. Thank you, Maziopara. Thank you, Ovie. Thank you, Jefferson. And those that have left, I appreciate all of you. I will see you next week. KJ will start a new stream so you can continue the conversation as soon as this one is over. Again, I will see you next week. Take care.
Thank you very much.
And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me. I was in. I went to the end. tó fẹ́ kú torí ẹ̀. Ọwọ́ ẹni ló ti ṣàánú kọ́. Ayé la bá, ayé la fi sílẹ̀ sí. Lọ́nà èyí yóò.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Yes, you. Have you subscribed? You. Yeah, before you go, click. It's free. Click. Just that's it. Have you subscribed? You are laughing. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, madam. Thank you so much. I can see you. I can see you. We have to get to 100,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, how are we going to do that if you don't subscribe? Yes, you. Yes, you're about to click off. Why? Have you subscribed? It's free. If you don't, ask your son, ask your daughter how to. Just one click. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Aha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
In an interview, that people who want to take over from him should go and write their will. Tell the governor, say he should go and write his will first, because we are taking over. We are taking over. We are taking over. We are taking over. He is a joker. The man doesn't know politics. The politics is what we are trained on. He's a banker. He should go back to bank. As far as I'm concerned, the governor is a one-term governor. He's a one-term. He's a one-term what? And it's concluded. He's a one-term governor. Abia people will speak in one voice. We are Abians. Nobody will not allow anybody to rig election there. It's one man, one vote. Have I ever asked you to rig election here? Since 1999, I never asked anybody to rig election for me, and I will never do it. We will stand by the will of the people. If Abia people reject us, we will go. If Abia people take us, we will join. I have never. And I will be here to go house to house, room to room. The governor's press secretary insulted me. My brother have the right to run for governor. My sister have the right to run for governor. Any of you have to run for anything. True or false? But the press secretary is telling us that I be censored because my brother is running. There is no candidate in Abia not to defeat me in the Senate. Even if I'm sleeping in Calabar, even if I'm sleeping in Canada, nobody can defeat me here. Because I brought over 180 roads in your community. In my performance, I built new schools, over 200 new schools. They are there. I'm no senator in Nigeria, 109. None of them have done what I did here.